see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. Oh, we come alive. What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. Oh, we come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. What's your story? What's
All right, hey everybody. Hope you guys are all doing okay. Should probably scroll that TV out of the way. You guys can see the bottom part of the elephant right there. Yeah, it should be good. All right, everybody. Hope you guys all had a good Friday. It's Friday evening. Nothing really major has happened since yesterday. I thought we might be going down a little bit faster. Nope. There is just like the slowest to burn down here right now. Technically, we still have a higher low from the big crash we suffered about a couple weeks ago. But at this point in time, should be fun to see which way we kind of bounce here, because every day we have an opportunity to break above the 20-day moving average, but it just seems like none of the whales are taking the opportunity to pop us back up. So it looks like still we're pretty bearish here, but still what I've been talking to you guys about for the past few days, excuse me, we still have the opportunity to have a pop here, even though every day that goes by it looks less and less likely. The fact that we haven't dropped off of the face of the planet here for Bitcoin is still somewhat of a comforting sign. Still very bearish, but at least a little bit comforting here. This has been pretty annoying to watch and annoying to hold shorts on because nothing big has been happening during this time frame. And hey, Justin. Hey, Fitz. Hey, Jim Bob. Hey, Thest. Hey, Island Time. Hey, Rami. Mikudir. I always gotta remember that name. Teaser, Bradius, and Bideford. Hope you guys are all doing okay. All right. And what were you guys talking about? What up, Mike? This is the most boring I've ever seen crypto. LOL, something needs to give. See, this is boring, but what I considered to be more boring was this like few month consolidation period that we had while we were in this Bitcoin flag or this flag. There you go. We were in this consolidation flag. I felt like that was more boring to me. I don't know why, because I guess I was more anxious during this period of time because like I was telling you guys I was bearish, but at the same time, like 90% of everybody else was saying we're going to go up, and I was like, oh, please don't let me be the one guy that's wrong about all this. Now I'm just like, I know we're going down. I'm just waiting to see if we have a little bit more of a rally back up to like 33,000 before we eventually keep falling down here. Guys, what we talked about yesterday here, guys. Jeez, I'm talking faster than I need to. I had a long day. I was ticked off for much of the day. I ordered Instacart. I ordered a bunch of groceries because my mom wanted to have a barbecue, and so I bought her like a lot of food, and I mean a lot of food from the app, so they deliver it to you. Well, when the lady dropped all the food off at the front door, she delivered the wrong order. So instead of like some $300 grocery order, she dropped off some like $40 grocery order, and I was ticked off. I had to call support and deal. Oh, it was bad. So I'm hoping to cool off during the stream here tonight. and chill a little bit. I got myself a little nectarini thing right here as well, but it's not ripe, so I'm just holding it and grasping it in my hand. But some of the things that we were talking about for the past few days here is, let me show you guys. You see that Bitcoin's been trying to go back up, but let me open up another chart for you guys. In fact, let me just make a new chart layout here. Let me just call it, because I messed up the last one I had. Well, okay, what do you want to name this one? Big three, I guess. Oh, I guess it's already open. That's fine. NASDAQ. All right. And let me get those MAs over here very fast. Did I get 4? Let me get one more in here. We talked about the NASDAQ. Look at the NASDAQ over the past few days. Bitcoin doing the exact opposite here. The NASDAQ is looking to pump, and that specific moving average that we talked about where the NASDAQ found support was the 200 weekly moving average, the 200 weekly EMA, not the SMA. So let me go over here very fast, chart, and we want to go green, light blue, 50, 200. Let's go back to that yellow up here. This is the day, and then oh, we don't need another simple moving average. We need the EMA. There you go. And let's go to 200. And as far as colors for this one, guys, oh, I don't like using the color orange too much when it comes to lines. So let's go with the, oh, white. Let's just go with white. Okay. There you go. You can see we're bouncing off of this level right here as far as support. It's the same thing we did with COVID. We got close to it back over here in 2018 and so forth. Let's go back in time a little bit here. Now, last time we bounced off of it too, then came back down after about a couple weeks of a rallying, if you will. Then we came down, touched the 200. Then we came up, and then we tapped again, and then we broke down. So we'll see if we have any other similarities like that. If you want to go back in time a little bit more, we really didn't get stopped by it. I mean, like maybe for 1 week, all right? So it didn't have too much of an impact all the way back in 2001. A little bit more of a significant impact in 2008. And then so far now we are having a little bit of a bounce off of it, which is pretty nice. And also the COVID bounce up there. and we'll see how this week. Well, the week did finish off pretty strong here. We'll see what happens over the next few weeks. I'm looking at this 20-week moving average as far as the Nasdaq to kind of keep pushing us down here. Unfortunately, you can see we had an opportunity to break back above that and the 50-week moving average, and we did not take it. Or the market didn't do it, and so boom, we came crashing back down here. I think the next time we come into contact with the 20, we'll probably get knocked down below that as well. If we somehow manage to get back above this, so that may be interesting. That may give us a little bit of hope for Bitcoin. But it looks like even if the Nasdaq is going up, look at this. Look at this weekly candle for the Nasdaq. The weekly candle for Bitcoin, a little bit different, you might say, right? And that's the first time it's happened for a while because the Nasdaq's been coming down consistently, just like Bitcoin for the past few months here. Bitcoin and Nasdaq have been pretty intertwined, and now this is the first week where they have started to decouple here. So I wish they didn't decouple this week. We would have had a nice little bounce, which would have made it a lot easier for us to short. But unfortunately, at this point, guys, we're not looking as optimistic as the Nasdaq at this point, even if we're just expecting a short-term boom here. Now, one of the things I also wanted to talk to you guys about today is about maybe 4 or 5 days ago, maybe a week ago. I told you guys about that GAN level that I drew on my chart that goes all the way back to 2015 and how we have never broken down below that GAN level, even during COVID. So let's take a quick peek at that very fast. Let me get this out of the way so you guys can see everything. Let me get my favorites tabbed a little bit lower here as well. All right, here's the weekly chart. We're still hovering above it closely. We're still hovering above it a bit. We didn't close below it over here during COVID. If we go over here to the daily chart, though, let's check out the daily candles. There you go. On the daily candles, though, we did close below it. All right. We managed to get back up before the end of the week. That was nice to see. But we did close down below it. And it looks like, well, it's, 6 o'clock now, my time. The day should be over. And now we did close below it this time as well. All right. So it's rare that we ever do close below this. Well, it'll be interesting to see how this actually takes effect. I still think of this as a bearish move, specifically because COVID wasn't your typical bear market, if you will. It was a pandemic freaking everybody out and everybody going to run over to buy a whole bunch of Bitcoin as fast as they could after everybody was kind of like, oh, this isn't as bad as everybody says, right? So we'll be watching this one closely. Still thinking there's an opportunity for a pop, guys. It's just every day it seems less and less likely. But for now, guys, we did break down below that 2-to-1 GAN level. We know the history of this. When we break down below these levels, even though it's not a good thing here, when we really start to dump, we really do start to get a little bit more aggressive here. Something else I wanted to show you guys here is this is the monthly chart for Bitcoin. I know it has a whole bunch of lines here. But according to this chart, we're still above it a bit. These charts get weird because of how you guys use the lines or how I use the lines. So you can see we're above it here on the daily chart. We just closed down below it. If I go to auto, you can see technically we're below the line. But if I go to something like the 5-minute chart, we're way above the line. I usually just go with the daily chart, what the daily chart's telling me. But every once in a while, I kind of like, are we really above the line or are we below the line? I'll wait to see. Maybe we're still above it. I'm not entirely sure, but I think we closed down below it for sure looking at the daily chart. I hate that little side effect of TradingView. Okay, but we have closed down below, at least in my opinion. We've also had, we're getting rejected day by day pretty much by this 20-day moving average. We'll see what happens next. But the next thing I wanted to show you guys is the other GAN levels that are a little bit more going on, because this one right here, if we break down below this one, this says the next level of support for us is really around $23,000 or so. That kind of correlates with the Fibonacci circles that we talked about a few days ago as well. But for now, I think it's like 22 to 25,000 seems to be a good buying range, or $22,000 to $24,000. All right. Low chart layout. Diamond, no. Tutorials, no. There you go, GAN. All right. Support for this one still looks at about $23,000. Support for this one, not even worth talking about getting down to like $13,000, $14,000 right now. But that's because the lows of this one were way, way back in time here. And the last one we're going to use over here, the next level of support is going to be all the way down here at about $21,000. So, We don't really have much support as far as the Ganfin levels are concerned. I don't know, what did I call that one? Main Bitcoin gains, no. Slide tutorials. I need to label these a little bit better here, but that's fine. No, this isn't what I'm looking for here. Wait, maybe it is. There we go. Okay. No, it's not. This is all the same one. Gosh. I made a whole bunch of these things over this week trying to do layouts for you guys, but I made the mistake of not naming them. Tutorials for channel, no. Slide tutorial. Video tutorial. 4? No, it's copies of them. Ah, man. All right, well, that's fine. I'll find it a little bit later. Leave that one. Leave that one for now. I'll try one more time here. I always forget. Main Bitcoin gains. No, that's the one we just looked at here. If I can find it, then I can, what do you call? That's the NASDAQ. We just talked about that one. YouTube Diamond. No. Video tutorial. Unnamed. NASDAQ. Bitcoin. This unnamed one? No, it's the one we talked about. Okay, I'll have to find it. It's no big deal, but we have some support coming up there as well, but not until around the $23,000, $24,000 levels. All right. Did I really? Yeah, this is all copycats. If you open up a new chart layout and you just max it out to like all the different layouts you can have, it'll just copy one of them across the whole board, which looks kind of nice. It kind of makes everything easier. So you can set up one, then you can copy it. That's the goal. But if you're just trying to look for something else, now you have a whole bunch of stuff you have to delete off of it, which I guess is very, very simple. But yeah, all right, let's get rid of that one then. I'm gonna have to find that one. That's gonna be annoying. Okay, let me see what you guys are talking about right now. And hey, Jim Bob Market right now. Hey, Michael, what's up here? Standstill? Yeah, definitely. Dude, guys, this is extremely boring. I like to see big crashes happen. I don't like to see these boring moves where we're not really doing anything for the whole day, except for just having these slow bleeding moves down right here. Because usually after a slow bleeding move, there's always an opportunity for a while to go like, let's buy some right here, which is always a little bit of an annoyance. All right, let me go back over here. Let's put this to an hour chart. And yeah, we can live with that for now. Excuse me. And hey, Courtney, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to find some ways to spruce up the stream here. I'm working on some other stuff. I've been doing a bunch of work for the channel over the past few days. I was getting some tutorials out for you guys as well. But I'm trying to figure out a way to have a good intro, trying to figure out how that was going to work, trying to figure out music for it. I had a song that I really liked and I lost the music, so I'm going to try to find it again. But I'm exhausted, so tomorrow I'm taking the whole day off, and Sunday I'm going to do some work for the YouTube channel as well. Trying to remember, I'm still working on getting my channel back after the channel got banned from YouTube. Yeah, but it's coming back pretty well. And hey, Michael, calling support, you often get resistance. Yeah, exactly. Well, for me, support is my resistance because I have shorts open right now. The majority of my shorts are all flush with making me money. But the longer we wait with this, the more it kind of grinds in my head. Well, some of your positions are 500% up. One of my positions is up 1,000, probably only like an 800% now since we have this little bump today. And I'm thinking to myself, well, should I just take the profit, or do I wait for a big tank and then re-enter re-enter those positions? Because I'm still bearish. I tell you guys this every single day. I'm still bearish on Bitcoin. I've been bearish for months now, but I just am waiting to see, can I close my shorts out if Bitcoin has a big pump up and we break above that 20-day moving average. That's what I'm really waiting for, because if I can sell some of my shorts right now and then buy them and then reopen the shorts basically at a later time if we pop up above that 20-day moving average, I'll be very happy with that play. But I also don't want to see the like my 800% position go down to like negative, and then just for me to have to wait for it to get positive again. That's not going to be much fun. So I'm kind of thinking about that right now. I'm really hoping that we can just get this over with here. Maybe this weekend will be the time where we can have a big drop now that the NASDAQ's not doing anything crazy. But at this point, it's just like, come on, guys. I just want it to crash. And I'm going against all the Twitter guys. The Twitter guys are still saying this is the bottom here. I don't think it is, but I'd be okay with the bounce so I can reopen up some short positions. And hey, Max, thank you. Besides the Instacart thing, yeah, I'm having a pretty good day. I gotta if I'm gonna be like this on my computer, hold on a second here. I wanna make this work. There we go. How did that not work? Okay, I can change stuff up for that. I think that'll be fine. Okay. Um, and what did I end up getting my groceries? I did get my groceries. I had to wait a while for them, and then I said some of this stuff was it was fine. I was just not in a good mood. I can be not sassy, but like when I have a reason to be mad, I will unleash all my anger for the week on that one moment. And I was just getting mad at some guy on the telephone who was being a dick. And I was like, dude, your person didn't give me the correct groceries. And I was like, if it was maybe like $5 or $6 worth of stuff, maybe. But I bought like $300 worth of groceries for my mom. And I was like, dude, you better freaking deliver those. I'm not paying for that again. Oh, man. And hey, Ken, happy to see you. And hey, General Brandon, thoughts on recent Doge movements? Nothing too big for me personally about what I saw with Doge today. What I saw happening was more of an Elon Musk tweet, and that's where I'm going to leave it as far as Doge. Here, he talked about how Dogecoin, you can buy stuff at the Tesla store and pretty soon the SpaceX store as well. So that's what kind of led up to some of those pops in the Dogecoin price. $20 total crypto market cap down 1 trillion. That's me. Elon. Elon. No, I don't know if it was actually. Oh, there you go. Tesla merch can be bought with Doge. Soon, SpaceX merch too. Right. So I think he's trying to integrate it into his own system, which I think will be pretty nice to see. But that's all I put into as far as what Dogecoin's been doing. I'm not really loading up on Dogecoin because of this right now. I already have tens of thousands of Dogecoin. I like the little pop I saw, but every single time we deal with Dogecoin, guys, it likes to have a pop, and then it just drops back down, and you saw it right there. Now, Bitcoin's still moving up here bit by bit over the last few hours, and that's why you see Dogecoin continue to move up here. But overall, whenever I see these big moves with Dogecoin, it's usually a pop and then drop. It's a nice little breakout, but we always seem to come back down, and that hasn't changed since we've been in this bear market for a while here, okay? I'm hoping that it can manage to come back up pretty strong. But at this point, I'm really relying more on Elon as a fundamental reason to be holding Dogecoin instead of a meme thing where, we're hoping that somebody just starts popping off for no reason whatsoever. If it pops off for no other reason, I'll be happy. I own Dogecoin. But as far as trying to make a quick buck off of it right now, it just seems like whenever it has these big pops right here, it always comes down. Remember I showed you guys, I don't know if I have the image left over or not. No. Here, let me see if I can find this bad boy for you. That's the one we're looking for. I'm going to go to downloads. There it is. Remember I showed this to you guys a few days ago? Maybe I should shrink that a little bit. But this is the thumbnail I use specifically when Dogecoin is doing some pretty crazy things when I'm live. Pop, then drop. Preemptively telling you guys, be careful of Dogecoin because it always comes back down. Always comes back down. Long-term holding, sure. But if you're trying to, it's usually pretty easy just to short this sucker back down after it's had a pretty big pop. And usually after the second 5-minute candle, when it really starts to dying down, you can start shorting on that one. Or you can wait a little bit longer. Usually you can wait for the breakdown below the 20 moving average in the 15-minute chart. That's always a solid place to short, but this time it actually, wasn't looking nearly as nice as it normally does. Okay. There you go. And here's Bitcoin's a little bit of a surge that it had too, but now it's just coming back down like everything else at this point. All right. And hey, Bideford. Hey, thanks, Bideford. I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep on trying to make it better and better and better. My intro, I need to fix it somehow. I think I need to figure out a way to get these letters and stuff over here, to be on the main screen somehow. I'm gonna figure it out somehow. I don't like OBS software usually too much because I want to have just that. And then I want to see the letters right here. I don't even know how to turn them white because I bought this this setup, not the video, but the setup for it, like how everything's laid out. And so I'm going to figure out if I can make my own setup over the weekend. I've been just watching a whole bunch of tutorials myself and really trying to figure out everything. Been a pain in the butt, but I'm getting through it slowly. I'm not used to learning new things unless it's about investing. Learning about new things about YouTube is a whole different ballgame. And hey, Abanish, what do you call? Oh, thanks. I just got this shirt today. I realized I didn't have many shirts, and I realized all of a sudden I was just wearing a whole bunch of the same stuff over and over again, because I have a few clothes that I wear only when I go out to places, but I usually have like 5 or 10 things I just wear every single day, for day-to-day stuff. Well, then I realized like I had 5 or 10 stuff, and then Loki ate like half of it, so he just like tore it to shreds. And now I'm like, I need new clothes, so I spent like $400 on new clothes this week, all new shirts, shorts, socks, a couple pairs of shoes, just a bunch of random stuff. I needed it. I don't go shopping too much, and I thought I would go to the mall, but I'm just like, I don't like going to the mall. I hate going to the mall. And no worries, Jim Bob. I really do appreciate the words, man. I really do. And I meant calling support for your groceries. Oh, no, yeah. What do you call? I don't like calling support. I do not calling support. I hate calling support. It drives me nuts. And hey, teaser, is there any reason why Ethereum Classic is getting random pops and pumps, maybe short covering? I think it is actually a little bit of short covering, as well as people buying for the long term. I just don't know. Here, let me pull up Ethereum Classic feed very fast. Oh, this is fine. Yeah, we've just been having these small little moves here. I'm holding Ethereum Classic for the long term, specifically because it's in Robinhood. That's my main reason for buying it. But it seems like somebody is trying to get something going here, and I don't know what they're really hoping for at this point. It seems like every time they do, they try to get something going, it falls back down, just like Dogecoin. Pretty consistently at that point, right? Let's hope that we can get back above the Fibonacci level. You can see this was a pretty bad level of resistance, and then we found support for a little bit, but as soon as we broke down below it, we came all the way back down here. As far as Ethereum Classic, I'm probably going to short the sucker once it breaks down below this trend line. I think you guys can see this here without me drawing the line, but just in case. Okay, I'm not using the magnet for this one. I'm just going to draw the line. There you go. Once you break down below this line, that'd be a good opportunity to start shorting. It kind of reminds you of Bitcoin with the flag here. So let me get rid of this old level of support. Something like that. You can do something like that. I'd probably actually do that one right there. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to do, but that's fine. And then maybe an opportunity for us to have a level of resistance like that, maybe. But I'd be more, I'm basically just waiting for us to break down below that line. However long it takes, that's what I'm really going to be looking to short Ethereum Classic. Alrighty. Should I practice shorting with Doge instead of paper trading? You can, but you have to usually wait for those big pops to occur, right? Because you don't want to be shorting Doge and Elon Musk tweet something out. So, for instance, if well, I mean, it depends on how much money and how much leverage you have in the trade. So let's say you had about a 10x position right here. You shorted somewhere, let's just say you shorted somewhere around here, whatever it may be. Like you shorted right here, you saw we were going down, like, okay, I can do this. And we're going to keep going down, right? Then Elon Musk tweets. Then all of a sudden, when you were up about 10x, you're up about 20%, right? All of a sudden, you're down about 140%, right? So usually just want to be waiting for those big pops if you're going to be shorting Doge, or you're normally going to be waiting for those large levels of support to break. And we already had that big move on Dogecoin a few weeks ago here. We talked about this one, how Dogecoin was holding up so well compared to a lot of other cryptos. And I told you guys the same with FTM and a lot of these other coins. If they're still doing okay and they're still holding on to some, they're higher than they were just a few months ago. Okay, in this case, still higher. As soon as it breaks down below that level, that's going to be the perfect opportunity to short. Right now, we've already had that big drop moment, but if you want to wait for those big pops out of a tweet or something like that, you have to be around your chart to do that. But yeah, you could definitely try to practice that as well. We saw something similar happen to Dogelon or Elon coin. Remember, it was higher than it was over the past few months. And I told you guys, as soon as it breaks down below this, that was a big drop too. This is the daily chart, and it took us down about 55%, 56% off of that, 4 or 5 days. Pretty nasty. And now it looks like we're going to try to come down here again over time. You know, this one can definitely come back down a lot more. I'm not going to tell you the number because it's a whole bunch of zeros, but it can definitely come down a lot more. But here, let's just take a quick peek over a lot of these other coins. Ethereum, right, breaking down right now. It's you could say Ethereum and Bitcoin a lot. Most alts were on time, so higher lows from the last few months, and then it falls, right? But there was still a lot of coins that were still kind of lagging, right? So boom, like that. It took a little bit long. They took a few days more. That's DXY. We don't need to worry about that one. This one, it happened at the same time. Don't got to worry about it. ADA happened around the same time. XRP a few days ago, right here. See, still above, slightly above where we were a few months ago. Big move down. Sheep kind of followed the same move as Bitcoin though, but broke down right there. EOS, I'm hoping to short EOS if I can, but kind of waiting for it to break down below this and go to new lows. So Ethereum Classic, not the case. That's why you saw it. Well, it crashed, but it crashed in a whole different way because Ethereum Classic popped right before that big move there. Got DOT, a little bit of consolidation. They're still higher than where it was a few months ago, right? Some coins fell down way, way, way before that. STMX has been falling for a while, specifically though because it had a really big pump before the big drop here. But I like STMX. I'm going to buy a lot of that over the next few weeks here. What do we got right here? Engine coins touching that support. That's nice. FTM. FTM was a different case, but as soon as it broke down below that support level, break below support, came down 75%. Yowza. ICP. Well, ICP is just going to new lows every day now, isn't it? Link, similar, broke down, came down hard. Now we kind of have to wait for that next setup. It may take a while, but after we have this next big drop, however long it takes to have this drop, maybe we bleed down slowly. Who knows? But after we have our next big drop here, you guys are going to start looking at, instead of shorting, you guys are going to start going long again, which is going to make a lot of people a lot more exciting. I love to long, I love to short, but it's much easier to short in a bear market. It's much easier to go long on a bull market, right? See, a lot of coins had those big pops. Those are the ones that are the easiest to short down. Big pop, short down. Pretty soon, I think all of these will look just as bad as Sheeb. They're just about a month behind or something like that. And then I'll be looking to buy around those types of prices. I'm not buying Sheeb too much because I don't like it that much. But, if I'm buying Sheeb, it'll most likely be for a long-term hold like everything else, just not as much capital being diverted over there. Back over here. Go back to some simple stuff. But I really wonder what happened to my, what do you call? It's not the slide, Gantt Feds or FibX, no, tutorials per channel. Is it the tutorials per channel? No. Unnamed. No, that's fine. Let me just move some stuff over here very fast. There was one particular Fibonacci circle that I wanted to talk about, but I may just draw it up very fast. No, let's see. No, too far sideways for such a short distance. I'll have to figure it out. It could have been one of the square ones that we were talking about the other day. I think it was probably a squared one, guys. Let's see. Found support there though. Give me a second here. I think I know which one it was. Hopefully my memory is decent. I wouldn't say it is, but we can give it a shot. There we go. Let's go from low to high. Is it this one or was it the other one? I think it was this one. Close enough. Yeah, there it is. This is the support we're coming into contact to pretty soon. Um, and let me just put the MA over here, the 200. I think that's the only one we actually need. Oh, I don't need the EMA. I just need the MA. There we go. There you go. So this one's going to be a little bit off because I messed that up. That's a little bit more flush. Yeah, now we never closed above that line. Okay, you want to make these as accurate as possible as you can, I guess. But okay, that next level of support according to this Fibonacci circle down here is going to be about up 24,900 so pretty close to $25,000. I think if we have any big type of pop before coming into contact with this 200 weekly moving average, I think it would be somewhere around here, kind of how we got pretty close a while ago. But this particular Fibonacci, we had a Fibonacci circle coming right there as well. So, but overall, the big thing. Let me just draw this side by side here. Oh, I took off a whole bunch of these Fibonacci lines on this one. Okay. Let's get that back on there. Let's get that back on there. Let's get that back on there as well. Okay. And if we manage to break down below this one, I think we might find a low if we break down below the 200, like a wick wise, like the worst part of the crash where everybody's freaking out. We're all like, oh my gosh, this could be a big tank type of moment. That's when everybody's usually buying. You might find that good amount of support down here at about $21,000 or so. So for my big trade that I'm going to be looking to buy, 25% of my savings pretty much into this type of move, my buying zone is going to be kind of within this little bit of a box right there. Can I make this let's make it red, kind of weird color for but there you go. Kind of in this box right here. We'll see how that works out. I don't really want to buy within this circle. I'm hoping we can continue to break down below this one, come back down. But usually the last time we came in contact with one of these circles here, you would have been able to see this particular chart from the day that we had the all-time highs, the week that we had the all-time highs. So we held onto it pretty well. We came down below it a little bit, so maybe that means we have a few wicks. But we did grind up slowly before ultimately taking another big move here. So I'll be watching to see if that is the case. Because so far, guys, I'm still kind of weirded out that Bitcoin has finally decoupled from the NASDAQ. Who knows how long that's actually going to be for, right? For now, I have a feeling like if the NASDAQ goes up, Bitcoin just goes sideways. But if NASDAQ goes down, then Bitcoin goes down with it. That's how I'm feeling how the market's reacting right now, but I'm waiting for some confirmation before I actually start using that as a fact here as my trading strategy. But yeah, so right now I'm keeping a close eye on this one right here. I'm hoping it'll work out. I really am hoping it'll work out, but this has just been the slowest grind I have ever seen. I like normally bear markets in Bitcoin they just kind of happen nice and fast, but it just seems like there are still buyers here, but not many people are selling. I think a lot of the weak hands that are normally in the market, they've really gotten shaken out. And I wonder what percentage of people are now are long-term holders, and which people are probably just freaking out about the market being down 50% plus from all-time highs, right? Let's see what's going on here. And hey, babyfish, I'm only shorting these days. It's a bear market. You would not be the only person only shorting these days for sure. Um, And hey, Budford, I've traded up and down moves. Oh yeah, guys, you guys can trade whatever type of moves you want to. The goal is to just have a plan, right? It's just to have a plan. For me, I do longs in this market. I do shorts. I try to get some longs in here, and I did some more day trading. Swing trading right now, I don't like to do it at all because we've just been kind of slowly going down. But there are some good day trades within this market right now. There's no doubt about that. Especially if you guys can find something that's popping off. And hey, teaser, all I gotta say is if Robinhood comes out and allows shorting, be ready for the bottom of the market. That would be interesting. I'd be really excited to see what happens if they start to short. Robinhood needs a lot more tools to their app. They're trying to, but I don't know how successful they're going to be. I'm still buying up Robinhood. I don't even know what my Robinhood is actually now. We just talked about the market being up today. Tesla's up 7%, Ulta's up 12, Della's up 12. Let's see. HUD's up to $10.38. My average right now is about $9.80. So I'm up a little bit, but not up much. But I do like it's up 11% today, which is kind of nice. But overall, still small market cap, short float. I'm hoping it could have a nice pop here if shorts eventually sell out of it. Might buy some long-term options on this if they're available. I haven't actually looked at options for this stock yet, but I know they're available. But yeah, so I'm hoping Robinhood can do some good stuff for everybody. They just need to understand that being free doesn't make you special anymore. You need to do something else besides that. And now that we're kind of getting into the crypto space, guys, I'm okay with paying fees on trades. I'm okay because these fees, they're not as bad as what the commissions used to be. When I first started trading, everybody, I did a little bit of Robinhood, but back then I moved over to TD Ameritrade. When I moved over to TD Ameritrade to go full time, so to speak, I was paying about like $6 every trade, and I was okay with it. I was absolutely okay with it. Just like with crypto right now, sometimes it costs me a little bit of money if I want to open a futures trade, or sometimes depending on the spot market, it might cost me a little money to do a spot trade. I'm okay with that. I think as long as it's not like some type of exorbitant amount of money they're trying to take from you in fees, you should be fine. That's why I don't use Coinbase anymore. The fees on Coinbase are absolutely ridiculous. Why should I have to pay to sell my Tether? Why should I have to pay to sell my USDC coin? It doesn't make sense. And that's why I stopped using them. But as far as, if Robinhood started charging fees for trading crypto with like futures or something like that, I'd be okay with it. I'd be happy as an investor. I'd be really happy about it. But I don't know if people on Robinhood would really like that or not. We'll have to wait and see. And hey, Sean, happy to see you back. And hey, Teaser, Jerome is a money printer and Robinhood is the vacuum. I mean, to some degree, remember, guys, there's a lot of people that don't use Robinhood anymore because they lost all of their money. A lot of people on Robinhood just lost all of their money, and there's just like they have accounts open with them, but they're not actually investing with them, and that's kind of the problem that Robinhood faces. Like, here, let me see if I can show you guys this very fast. Let me take off my headphones. My voice is getting raspy. There was a high pollen in my area, and I'm just like coughing up a storm because of it. So this is from oh shucks. This is from back in January, but let's talk about it anyway. Okay, this one's easier. So Robinhood anticipates first quarter revenue of less than $340 million, down 35% compared with 2021. Wall Street expects $448.2 million in revenue for quarter one, according to FactSet. Monthly active users fell to 17.3 million last quarter from 18.9 million to the third quarter. Right? So they lost over 1 million users quarter over quarter. I don't know what we saw this quarter. Did Robinhood even April 28th? So they did. Let's see. Q2 earnings. Here's from Robinhood. Okay. No, they're trying to. Okay, they're giving the fancy side of the version. I don't have to worry about it. But basically, they're still losing users because people don't have the money anymore. Remember, the majority of the 2021 market rally that we saw with crypto was a whole bunch of Americans getting free money from the government that was meant to be spent on food and stuff, and just tossing it at cryptocurrencies to make a quick buck. A lot of people made a quick buck. A lot of people lost all their money at the same time because they didn't know when to sell. They just kept FOMO and hold on, so to speak, right? But I think over time people will be okay with paying for fees if it's not a crazy high amount. It's just part of the process, right? Especially in crypto. Maybe the stock market doesn't have fees ever again, but as far as crypto, we're going to have fees for a while, and I don't mind that one bit. I like the service I get provided by doing those fees. And hey, Alexander, I have paper hands. There's a lot of people that have paper hands, but don't worry about it. It's natural. It's definitely natural. You just have to grow out of it by practicing over and over and over again. Just take your time and do paper trading for a little bit of time, and you'll be fine. And hey, Doge Master, right now the crypto market's not looking too good. We can talk about it here again very fast. So overall, we know we broke down from this flag here over the past last month. On the monthly chart, we're still in a really bad spot. We're just having some trouble right now as far as Bitcoin going down. We all think, for the most part, except for maybe a lot of people on Twitter or whatever, that think that Bitcoin is this is the main bottom for Bitcoin. A lot of people think that Bitcoin is going to be coming back down to the 200 weekly moving average. It's just that so far over the past few hours and days, it's just been this really slow grind. You can see right now we're starting to head down a little bit. Very, very, very slow grind here. Altcoins, for the most part, are going negative now. They're starting to turn negative here finally. So we're all kind of waiting to see if we're going to have a big drop later on today. What I'm going to be looking at over the next few hours here, the next 2 hours and 15 minutes, is can we get down below the low of this candle and the low below this candle over the next 8 hours, right? So if we can, then we might start having a pretty nasty move downward later on tonight, which could be very interesting to watch, because that you might see liquidation start happening. You might see people start to panic again, and then people really get freaking out. And that'll be kind of nice because Bitcoin should gain some more dominance. We've been waiting for Bitcoin to gain dominance for how long now, guys? This is over the past week alone. Bitcoin dominance started off at about 44%, and then now it's at about 46%, right? So about 46%, a little teeny bit below that. That's a nice move. Just about a month ago, it was down at 41%. Now it's up to 46%. So we are seeing Bitcoin dominance grow a little bit here. We want it to get a little bit higher, but we never know exactly what's going to happen here as far as Bitcoin. 3 months. Why is this off a drop off? Oh, do I need to do this? A year? I don't know. What is going on with this Bitcoin? Okay, this is a glitch, I'm guessing. However, back in March, we were at 41%. I don't know how to fix this here. I'm going to drag it along. No, just drag it. There you go. Yeah, this is a glitch here. Is Ethereum going to mess up? No, Ethereum's fine. Yeah, Bitcoin's having a glitch right now as far as this website. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, Bitcoin dominance is growing, and that's great because whenever we have that big altcoin season, when we have that big run up to the market, that's what Bitcoin dominance decides to go back down. That's fantastic. That's what we want to happen. So that's working out pretty well for us. We talked about the Ethereum Bitcoin chart breaking down. That was nice to see as well. It broke down a while ago. We were just waiting for the increase to move down here, for like a secondary breakdown, if you will, and it did break down pretty well. So you're seeing Bitcoin dominance work itself out nicely. So that does mean we should be coming down here a little bit more overall as well. But at this point, isn't this the slowest grind you've ever seen? I mean, it should get pretty exciting pretty soon. But at this point in time, maybe it'll happen later on tonight. Maybe it'll happen on tomorrow. But we're waiting for a big drop. It's just taking its sweet, sweet time to do the drop. Normally, we just freaking, drop like a rock, right? We broke down below the support. We broke down below the Ganfin level. Somebody out of nowhere just shorted us down, and then that was all she wrote. Down, 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 to down, downtown, right? Now we're just waiting for that big move to take us down. And then from there, we have a support level all the way down here at about $23,000. And we also have a support level down here on the Fibonacci circle, kind of around $25,000. The 200 weekly moving average at $22,000. And a Fibonacci level down here at about $21,232 as well. Plus some other ones if you want to go back to Ganfin levels. But one of the main things here is, this isn't the right one, load chart. Bitcoin Gann, I think this is it. Yeah. As far as the weekly chart, we're still trying to close down below this 2-to-1 Ganfin level that we have never before closed below on the weekly chart. We've closed down below it on the daily chart because of COVID, but on the weekly chart, we've never actually closed down below it. We have a day and 23 hours. I think within that day, 23 hours, they are going to try to push this back down, because if you're short, you don't want to see us bounce back up from here. Like if I were to go over to, I guess we can just do this here, the monthly chart. All right. There's always an opportunity that next month we just have a little bit of a rebound that comes all the way back up here towards maybe $33,000 or so, a huge wick, and then we start to plummet after that. Preferably, we would just want to continue falling down, break down, and then have another really bad month. Now, this was COVID, so we're not going to talk about that. Usually, after breaking down below the 20-month moving average, we have a smaller one, then we have a big one, coming back down slowly. We might have seen this really big drop this month, and maybe next month it's just a slow month going down. The following month, a slow month going down until we hit it. Not every time do we just crash down into it. For this example, after we closed Over here, Bitcoin still went down about another 17%, and that 17% took 2 months to get down there. At this point in time, from the 200 moving average, weekly moving average, we're about 21%. And going back a little bit further in time here as well, on this one was a little bit different. It took a while after breaking down to get over there. That took like 92 days. Whoosh. So we're kind of in this slow grinding period down. People are slowly going to be shaken out right now, but I really hope we can just pick up the pace and crash already. That way we can all buy and be done with it for a minute. No. No. Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. And get rid of the volume here. Volume has been pretty low as well. There you go. You can see the Bitcoin chart right now, the 1 hour chart, not doing anything of importance at this moment in time. All right. And hey, Marco, last summer when it went down to 28, it didn't stay down there for long. No, it just popped out of nowhere, and we really didn't even enter a true bear market. If you think about it, last year we kind of broke down, but we were still well above that 20-week moving average. We didn't even have a death cross between the 20 and 50-week moving averages. A lot of that optimism that we had, it was kind of justified. And remember, we were all hoping for that big conference to kind of save the day, and that conference that's now the big scam video that you guys see everyone on YouTube. That one had Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, Kathy Woods, and some other guy. I always going to say that other guy because I have no idea who he is. But that the day we had that conference, we had a big boom, and that was fantastic for us to see. It was like a 3-day conference, something like that. We don't have any big major events in the crypto world coming up anytime soon, I don't think. And the economic conditions of 2021 were a lot better than what they are now. People were still able to buy everything they needed to, besides toilet paper, of course. Things weren't nearly as bad as far as the economy. My main concern with Bitcoin right now is this is Bitcoin's potential, like next year, whether it's later this year or maybe 2023, like everybody on CNBC keeps on telling me, we might have a recession. It'll be Bitcoin's first ever recession. It'll be very interesting to see what happens to the market if Bitcoin stays fairly connected to the NASDAQ or some of these other indexes. Because if you think that Bitcoin, if this 200 weekly moving average, which is traditionally the bottom of the Bitcoin bearish cycle, right? If you guys are more bearish than that, then what you guys are going to need to have happen here is I'm going to go to name. I'll name it a little bit later. Yeah, let me name this now, actually. Name NOS. All right. We want to make sure we don't break down below the yellow line here. And at this point, we're bouncing off the 200 EMA or close to it. We don't want to break down below this yellow line because whenever we break down below the yellow line, historically, it's bad. For instance, the 2008 financial crisis or the dot-com bubble. I don't think we're going to be... At this point in time, I'm not saying either one of these is happening, but it is in the back of my mind if the Federal Reserve can't fix inflation, if the economy gets worse, if we have riots over crime or something like this summer, we could definitely see the American consumer freaking out a little bit, which could be justified, especially if gas prices really do get up to like $6 an average, $6 average across the entire country. That means here in Washington it'd probably be around $9 to $10, which would be kind of freaky scary. Maybe hopefully just up as far as $8. But that's what everybody is kind of prepping for. And these moves, maybe we can have a little bit more of a bear market rally, like I said. But it seems like this is Bitcoin. This is the NASDAQ's weekly chart. Normally we follow this. Well, all of a sudden on the weekly chart, we are not following the NASDAQ this week. It's looking pretty darn pitiful. And maybe that's just because Bitcoin is so bearish this week, so bearish this month pretty much, right? That Bitcoin just going to follow its historical norms because that's what everybody's trading it as. And then later on, when things get better, maybe it'll get back up to NASDAQ level. Maybe it'll just leave the NASDAQ in the dust when it goes up to all-time highs. Hopefully next year sometime. But until then, we have an opportunity for Bitcoin to get back up to like 40,000, 50,000, maybe even 60,000 before getting rejected again, which will be a good cycle in and of itself. Let's see. And hey, so you're looking to get some VJs or are you looking to get more VJs? There you go. And hey, Slime, exactly 2021 pump was stimmy money. I turned 6K into 50K. Wish everyone said to sell and buy lower instead of saying hold, hold, hold. What do you call? I wasn't saying sell. I was saying scale out. But I think in those moments, everybody gets so caught up in the fervor. That's why it's so hard to tell people to sell in the first place. Like, you guys all know this. I sold half of my Dogecoin at 50 cents, right? And then, like the moment I did, I got a lot of hate for it because I was a big Dogecoin channel back in the day. And so I was like, well, I made a bunch of money, and I need to take. I want to walk away with a bunch of money, right? I mean, I made a good amount of money off of Dogecoin. I bought, hundreds of thousands, a little over 100,000 something coins, and I bought them like under a penny, under half a penny, and then got to 50 cents, and I was like, oh boy, you better bet I'm going to do that because it was part of my plan. But then, I took a lot of flack out of it, but I'm still walking around with my money. I'm happy with it. But here, let's go take a peek at Dogecoin very fast just so you can see what this looks like. Because you have to put this all into context. Here's the monthly chart for Dogecoin. Okay? A monthly chart for Dogecoin. Does not look good whatsoever. It should be fine later on in time, but for now it just doesn't look that good, right? I feel no urge to buy more Dogecoin right now. I'm buying up on other stuff that has lower market caps like STMX, Dogelog Mars, Mana, Sand, FTM, DOT, Ethereum Classic, even though it has a higher market cap, right? I'm buying all that type of stuff. But as far as Dogecoin, if I buy all the way down here, let's see, it doesn't matter how far down, and I sell, where did I sell? Right? Half of my Dogecoin right here. I'm still pretty happy with that return. Now, instead of making the 23,000, 22,000% back, would I have been happy to make about 37,000%? You bet I would have been. But guess what? I don't know what the price is going to be. I don't know the future, so I got to make sure I take my profits as they come. And that was a great profit for me. I love that profit off of Dogecoin. I spent a lot of that profit on the TV and stuff behind me. What is Marantz? Oh, that's my audio receiver. Here, I'll put on Art Gallery. The Art Gallery feature on this TV is nice, but I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it. Yeah, it's too bright. Masterpieces. Wonders of nature. Oh, hold on. It plays music too to soothe your soul, apparently. My soul is soothed by trading. Alright, but there we go. Oh, what's right here? But yeah, guys, don't feel bad for scaling out when everybody is buying and buying and buying. Just kind of always zoom back out, usually on a weekly chart as far as Bitcoin's concerned, and you'll be much happier when you kind of do something like, wow, we've come up a long time since I bought. But I think what happened is so many people were late to the party because they were FOMOing in. That's usually when everybody gets the most excited about Bitcoin's prices and the altcoins prices, right? And so they're thinking they're hopping in at the beginning of the cycle, when in reality they're just hopping in for the tail end of the cycle, and that's when they get destroyed because they just hold too long. So let's go back over here. Same thing with Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin's monthly chart. Let's put log on here so it looks more realistic. Let's go to this one. Okay, there you go. Look at the cycle, right? Look at the cycle here. We're currently around this point right here, around this point right here, kind of around this point over here. We're getting close to the bottom. We're getting close to the bottom here, guys. But when you buy, again, this is a monthly chart. If you bought right here and you wanted to get some of this good stuff over here, or maybe even just over here, it's 35 months or 1,065 days. The next one didn't take nearly as long. This one, if you bought kind of around here on the 200 weekly moving average, you had to wait about 182 days, about half a year, a little over half a year or so, right? About half a year. That's not too bad to wait for a nice low return. And this one over here, if you did the same thing when COVID hit, well, guess what? You had to wait about a year. That's the process. Now, I think the next cycle is going to be a lot faster here as long as we don't really slip into a recession. I don't think it's going to take as long as it did from all the way back here in 2015 when all that infrastructure wasn't set up. But just keep in mind, guys, we're closer to the bottom of the cycle than the top of the cycle right now. The next big move should take us well above $100,000, and that'll be fantastic. But when everybody else is getting back into crypto, like, oh my gosh, it's FOMO, it's FOMO time, that's when you guys are going to be like, oh, you want to buy a whole bunch of expensive coins? Well, here, I have a whole bunch for you to buy. Here, Take them. I beg you, take them. And then when they take them, guess what? It'll probably continue going up for another couple weeks. They may be lucky enough to sell them before it dumps, but eventually it will dump. And when it dumps, ooh, then they're going to be really mad, and you're going to be really happy because you walked away with all that moolah. And that's the beauty of understanding the way you guys are at. And now, again, most of you guys just hopped on into crypto over the last year or two, really, kind of getting excited about these big moves. Now you have the best opportunity you guys will ever have to buy crypto. Wait for it to get down low, let it consolidate for a while. It'll go up eventually, but again, takes about a year or half a year, takes a year. Who knows how long this next one will take, but it may take at least a year, maybe take just 6 months. However long it takes, you have to be willing to just hold because the profits are going to be there for you. That's the beauty of it, right? So, let's say you buy Bitcoin at the 200 weekly moving average down here. Let me get rid of the EMA. Excuse me. Let's go over here because COVID. A lot of coins weren't actually available back here in 2018. There's a huge amount of them now. So let's see, you just went up to when things got really choppy up here. So you waited about 371 days or something like that. But you made about 929% with Bitcoin. Well, let's look at a bunch of other coins here and see what you could have been making if you didn't put all of your money in Bitcoin, but you put some in Ethereum or you put some in, Matic, whatever it would have been, okay? COVID down here, same time frame buying. You sell around here, that's 2,700%. That's much better than the 900% we just saw with Bitcoin, right? 2,700 over, this one is about 1,000 actually. So that's more than double returns than what you would have seen with Bitcoin. Dogecoin, Dogecoin was a special case. So, COVID 2020, this went up like 30,000% or something like that. So different case here. I won't use that as an example on this one. Matic though, COVID over here, popped up 20,000%. ADA, COVID down here, right? 8,000%. If you held it a little bit longer, maybe 10,000%. Most people probably would be selling it about 5,000%. If you got lucky and held it up that long, awesome, right? XRP, a little bit different because of the freaking lawsuit on this one. But again, even with this one, still made about 900%, kind of around the same you would make with Bitcoin. Sheeb, Sheeb's not the same thing. It wasn't actually there back in the day. March of 2021. Even stuff like EOS that opened up really high then came back down. You buy around COVID, about 600%. You're still making money. Ethereum Classic here. This was something that was on Robinhood. Robinhood coins are going to be some of my favorite things to hold, like Compound, Ethereum Classic. They have a lower market cap. I'll be happy to buy some of those. And I'm hoping during this bear market, Robinhood will end up putting more and more coins on there. Okay? And then for 3,700% for Ethereum Classic, that's amazing. DOT, August of 2020, we can use this as an example, I guess, but not really COVID. 1,300%, STMX, August of 2020, January of 2020. Okay, we can just use this for now. 3,000%. So that's why it's important to understand, first of all, altcoins will make you more money than Bitcoin. Much more riskier, though. Much riskier. However, what you guys got to be looking at is not just the move it makes up, but at the same time, what was the market cap down here for STMX? So, let me go over here. STMX. You want to go over to coin, whatever your website of choice is here. Go to market cap, go to all. Now back over here in 2020, before the big move, it was only at a $20 million market cap. That's nice and cheap. And right now, it's at an $88 million market cap. So, I'm still expecting this to go into the billions on the next cycle here. I'm really excited about what STMX can do. I've seen people loading up on this coin a lot. But it's not just STMX. There's a lot of stuff here, right? Mana even had a huge boom up here. Mana had a pretty big market cap, though, didn't it? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Hold on. Mana, not Mama. Mana. Rank 35. Yeah, this is over 1.7. So I'll buy this, but I'm not expecting the massive returns that I'm going to be expecting from things like UFO coin or STMX, stuff like that. So market cap for this one, all. This is a different one because it opened up in a crazy time. This one opened up in March of 2022. So it's only been going down. So I guess I can't use that as an example. Is Sand any different? All. No, Sand's not any different there. Sucks. Okay. Well, you guys get my main point here. Just understand where we're at in the cycle, and you guys will be much better off just don't invest money that you're going to need right away, like for rent or something like that, because if you buy in crypto right now, you're in it for the long haul. And like a good example of that is, like, let's say you just bought right here, like you didn't even buy at the bottom or even close to the bottom. You bought halfway, like right there. You'd still be making like 600, 700% for just holding for about a year's time. It's not going to really be, you'll be demoralized watching it go down like we all are. I've been buying crypto every day over the past like couple of weeks, and I'm still getting like, oh, here we go again, another drop, right? But I'm always hedging against the fact that maybe we don't come all the way back down here to the 200. Now, history says yes, we will, but I'm paranoid. All right, so it's best just to have a plan here and understand that this is the worst time to be watching the crypto market. But from a buyer's perspective or a long-term investor's perspective, this is the golden opportunity that you guys will have to buy. And what you're normally going to be looking for is as soon as we get below the 100 weekly moving average, I'll just make there you go. Use this blue line for now. Once we're below it, after a death cross, you're going to be looking for it. So this wouldn't count because you're going to have the death cross there. Buy underneath this line, buy underneath this line. In hindsight, this will be a great opportunity. But now, nobody wants to buy right now because they're all too afraid that it's going to keep on going down lower. But I've been trading for about 8 years, about full time now. Maybe like 7 or something like that now. I have only caught the bottom of a big move down maybe a handful of times, and I do this like every day, right? So it's rare. A lot of my positions that I open, they are negative for like the first few hours until things really start to go my way if I'm doing a larger swing trade. I'll buy, I think I found the bottom, it keeps on going down. Awesome, but the overall, like the 4-hour chart still looks good, even the 15-minute chart looks a little nasty. It'll carry on, and that's when you make your money. And this point in time, the weekly charts, the daily charts, they all just look horrific, guys. Just look at this. Look how many red candles on a weekly basis that we've had. Just absolutely abysmal. But in hindsight, this move down here will just look something similar to COVID or, the 2008 bear market that we saw. And then once we consolidate, on to the moon, everybody is happy. Everybody's really, really happy. Assuming that we don't go into a recession. If we go into a recession, there's the opportunity for us to break down below this level and then come back down towards $16,000, maybe $14,000. But we don't know for sure how the economy is going to fix itself out. We got to hope that the Jerome Powell can fix everything up, and if he can, that's great for Bitcoin. Absolutely fantastic for Bitcoin. If he can't, the traditional stock markets, investment markets, and Bitcoin will just get trashed for a little bit of time, give you better buying opportunities. Then you guys have to be able to still hold the stuff you guys are buying right now, or the 200 weekly moving average, if we come down even lower, right? So be careful with it. There's always a lot of tricksters out there. There's always a lot of whales that try to shake people out, because the whales rely on you guys, the new investors, to pump up the market after they do the initial work right here. They rely on you guys to keep it going up and up and up and up and up, just like that, while they're doing some day trades in here. But they have loaded up all throughout this period of time, and they're just waiting to sell it off to all the unsuspecting buyers up at these levels. Happens every cycle. Maybe some of you guys fell for it this cycle. It happens, right? But over time, now you guys get to act like the whales, buy down low, sell up high, and sell to some sucker that has no idea what market cap means or has no idea how to look at a chart and say like, hey, maybe I should have bought down here instead of up here, but I want to buy up here because maybe if I buy right here, it'll go all the way up here, right? So it happens, guys. And then, that's why people say hold technically, is because if you buy up here, eventually if you hold, you'll make money. But I would say that's usually only the case for Bitcoin and Ethereum. The majority of other coins tend to not come back up to those all-time highs as much, right? Unless they have some type of backer or sponsor that's really famous or something like that, right? Like a Dogecoin, something like that. Okay, there we go. Bring that back over here. And poor UST, guys, it was at $1, just a couple weeks ago, and now it's all the way down about 3 cents. I don't think UST is ever coming back. I don't exactly know who is buying it and why they are buying it at this point. Oh, what's right there? Selling is the hardest thing to do. Oh, yeah, it really is the hardest thing to do. But guys, that's why you guys have lives, right? My life is YouTube and trading right now and going out with my dog. Until my car is fixed, I'm kind of stuck at home, and I'm getting like freaking, not homesick, what do you call it? Stir crazy. And so I've been playing more video games. I've been going on longer walks, like a couple mile walks out of my house. And I've been taking Ubers to go places, but I don't want to take Loki with me everywhere. Because Loki's a little brat who likes to have all of his attention to himself. Yeah, he heard me talking about him, so he came over here to say hi. He wants to get his fur all over my new shirt. Yeah. Pat, 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 pat. Yeah. Maybe he'll come on my shoulder if I ignore him down below. Oh, and hey, the tickers are stuck? Oh, yeah. I don't know what the heck is going on. Robinhood's been glitching out on the majority of my streams lately. Normally what I have is a thing called page refresh. Let me see if this works here. Page refresh. We're going to set it to every 15 seconds and see what happens. Page refresh, 15 seconds. Page refresh, 15 seconds. Let's see if that works here. Did the ticker still work? Let's see. Sol. There you go. I have auto refresh software specifically for this, but it always kind of freaks out. Robinhood is like a very glitchy system for some reason when it comes to the website design. App, fine. Website, oh god, it irks me. Oh, so like, see what I mean? It just refreshed and now it's not even in the same spot. Like, what platform does that where you refresh and everything's in a different spot? I don't understand it. No, I'm not even gonna worry about it. Let's just get rid of there you go. Yeah. See, I don't understand why it does that at all. Dogecoin now, everything's off again. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. All right, what's saying? And hey, teaser, but just like Mike said, make a plan before you hop in a trade and just follow it. Sometimes you miss profits, but what are the profits if you don't collect them? Well, most people want to see more profit, and that's the reason. We're all greedy by nature, especially here in America. Remember, guys, Americans have the mindset that money solves everything, which in a lot of circumstances in America, it really does. But you have to be able to take whatever the market gives you, because if you don't, if you hold too long, it's likely to go back the other way, which sucks, which really sucks, right? Let's all get ready. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure HNT is a great coin to stock about. There you go. Guys, check out HNT. Do your own due diligence on it. But if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's right now is the perfect opportunity, since you're not going to be really doing too much day trading during this boring time. Hop on over to CoinMarketCap, add those filters that we talked about for those looking for some of those parabolic future coins, and then just spend a weekend on it, or spend preferably you'd want to just spend one good 6-hour period looking at a bunch of coins, and then you'd be fine. But some people like to spread it out a little bit more, and there's nothing wrong with that. There we go. Oops, messed up something on my end here. And hey, Jim Bob, let's get ready to go. I think we're all ready to go at this point. It's just, we still have the slimmest of opportunities if a whale hops in to break back above the 20-day moving average here. Excuse me. You can even see on the 5-minute chart to your left, we're aiming to make a double bottom right now. So people may be looking to buy and like, oh, this may be a double bottom. Maybe I can buy. We'll wait to see if it kind of teeters off here like this, or if we actually manage to break out above this neckline and start going up a little bit higher. But, there's still opportunities for us to go up, and that's why everybody's kind of freaking out right now. Nobody is, there's no big whale to signal, hey, everybody, time to sell your positions. Hey, everybody, start to open up shorts. We had that beautifully after the fake out a few weeks ago, remember? Let's just look at it from a 5-minute chart perspective so you can see how fast this really happened. Let's open up all that. We don't need all the tools. Was this May 22nd? There we go. I mean, that was a big signal. We broke down below a major support level at the same time. That was your signal to start go. Sell your positions if you long. Also, open up some short positions. You're going to be making some money. Open them up. You made some great money, right? But now, we've had some drops. Had plenty of drops. But now we're waiting for the big drop. Because if that big drop doesn't happen, there's still a small opportunity that we managed to break back above the 20-day moving average. And that 20-day moving average, let's see if I can find it up on here. Let's go to the daily on this one. It's right there. So we're creeping on close to it. I wouldn't worry about the little bit of a dagger coming down. But if we just if we have an opportunity, we kind of move back up here slowly, then all of a sudden you can see a big pop, and you can see a lot of shorts liquidate, bringing us back up towards $32,000 over the following this weekend, maybe a little bit higher. But that's what people are hoping for if they're going to be longing right now. It's just the fact that we've been trying to get above this line for the past few days. We've been having trouble here, just getting close to it. Finally got a little bit close to it, moved down, so off that resistance. We're trying, but we're either going to have that big move down, where that big alert sound I told you guys about before, the big alert, or a whale's going to come in here and be like, ha ha ha, all you shorts, let's move you up. Because I think over the past few hours, guys, here it is. Longs have been liquidated in the last 24 hours, 51 million. Shorts, 15 million. I believe there's a lot of shorts in the market right now, and if they get attacked, they should all pop and bring Bitcoin up a little bit as well. Bitcoin's going to pop one way or the other. We just don't know if it's going to pop down like a busty balloon or it's going to pop like a celebration. Boom, here we go, like a rocket ship, right? Overall, we're still bearish, though. That's the kind of bad thing. But here, we're pretty darn close to having a nice move here if Bitcoin can just get a help from a helping whale, so to speak, a helping friend. Until that happens, just assume we're going down, I would say. All right. Let me hop back on this 5-minute chart here. Actually, let's go 5 here. And let's go second here. I'm gonna be bringing that back the second chart every now and again. There we are. Okay. And guys, please make sure to like this stream and comment as much as you guys want to, and answer the poll question. That poll question I thought was pretty interesting for today, to see what you guys' thoughts were. I'm asking you guys, where do you have your limit orders, your limit buy orders placed for this bear market here, if you guys are playing the cycle? I asked you guys, is it between $25,000 and $30,000, between $20,000 and $24,999, or between $15,000 and $19,999? Now, I have limit orders placed in all of those places, so I'm assuming you guys have some too. I would just say my bulk order is between $20,000 and $24,999. I'm waiting to see if that actually hits, because I'm thinking hopefully around $23,000, $24,000 I do a chunk, and then whenever we run into the 200 weekly moving average, that's when I'll add my secondary chunk, and then I'll have a little bit of savings left over, basically, in case I want to add to something particular. But maybe I'll just add it into Ethereum or Bitcoin. I'm not entirely sure, or some altcoin, if Bitcoin really does go way down below that 200 weekly moving average. But that would only happen if we had a very, very bad economic situation in the country, or the world, I would say, at that point. And hey, Slime, trading view is lagging out right now. Yeah, I think there's been a lot of people using it. I don't know exactly what's been going on with a lot of software lately. I've noticed a lot of things have just been kind of slow. Even Robinhood, too. Robinhood's been very, very slow for some reason for me. Don't know what it is. I'm living with it for now. I can understand it. But I would be lying if I didn't say it was annoying. But that's only because I like everything to be extremely smooth. The moment that a website takes longer than a millisecond to load up, I'm angry. And that's more of a first world problem, which I admit, but I'm still angry about it. And hey, Nick, do I think Dogecoin will recover long term? Yes, but the only reason I think that Dogecoin can recover long term is because of Elon. That's the only guy. That's the only reason. That guy, when he's on a mission, he can usually make some good stuff happen here, right? And so I put a lot of faith in Elon, understanding that my investment is still something I'd be willing to lose as far as Dogecoin, okay? I'm still okay with losing my entire Dogecoin position in case it went down to like below a penny or something crazy like that. I still understand that there's a possibility that it doesn't survive the bear market. Now, I think I'm pretty confident it will be, but I've been wrong before, right? So, but yeah, I'm holding Dogecoin with anticipation it will, specifically because of Elon, not because of any YouTubers out there like Final Stand and stuff like that. He's been saying Dogecoin's been about to boom for, I don't know, every day for like the past year now, and it still hasn't had that big pop that he's been expecting. And hello, Scratcher, GameStop and AMC stock charts. Yeah, they're both pumping up. I don't trade AMC, GameStop. I told you guys that a few times here. But they're definitely great if you guys want to play around and do some day trading on them. They're fine. They're pumping up right now. That's fantastic. You guys always know to sell the pump, buy the dip as far as GameStop and AMC. But And it's really hard because usually they've just been dropping over the past few days. But because the market's been having a booming move, so to speak, you've been seeing a really strong move there as well. Let's see. And hello, low risk country. Don't forget, poor countries get greedy like USA too in cryptocurrency. Poor countries taking more risk than rich countries. See, that's also a factor right there as well. You got to hope that they have enough money though. Like I feel bad for everybody that got like Bitcoin in El Salvador back in like 2021 or even just like late last year, because all of a sudden all the money they had in Bitcoin that they still need to be spending on their produce and stuff, it lost like half of its value, or 2/3 of its value now. No, about half of its value, actually half of its value at this point in time. So there are some problems with that. That's why I don't really understand why people would actually ever use Bitcoin to actually for like trading or for like buying stuff. You want to have something that can be fairly stable. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird to be using as that type of currency. They need to be more practical with it. And hey, Slime, very, very greedy. 50K wasn't enough. I wanted 100. It happens to a lot of people. Remember, unless you have an unlimited amount of money, you need to be very careful when you guys first learn to start trading. You need to take what the market gives you. The market's always going to be there, but you have to get used to some of these really bad moves that happen. And, I mean, guys, I have not met a full-time trader that hasn't lost a lot of money on the first go-around of the market. It's just something that happens because we all get confident. We all think we can do it. Then reality hits us like a brick wall, and then we're just like, whoa, I just lost $5,000. Whoa, I just lost $10,000. Whoa, I just lost that much money. Like, it hits you. And then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, okay, I need to back up a little bit and fix this. If you actually take the time to fix it, that's when you start learning a lot more information there. But if you don't, you just go back into that same spiral pitfall that everybody gets really annoyed about, right? And hey, Jim, thank you for what you do. I appreciate it, my man. And if you ask me, I don't know. Don't worry, guys. I've been doing this for a while. I enjoy it a lot. It's just these times just seem to be so boring, and people don't like them because the market's just going down and down and down, right? And I completely understand it. The market kind of sucks right now. It really does. But since the market sucks right now, this is usually when you guys are going to be buying. You don't have to buy in bulk. You don't have to buy a whole bunch. But you want to be adding exposure to the market here. Not a lot, just a little bit. Like right now, we're below the 100 weekly moving average. We talked about that a few minutes ago. Let's not use that one. Let's go to this one. And let's... yeah, we made this blue line. This is the 100. So let's go there. There you go. Historically, if we're in a bear market and we drop down below this line right here, this is the 100 weekly moving average on Bitcoin. Historically, if you buy below this, on the next altcoin rally, you're going to be just fine no matter when you buy. So let's say you bought on the first dip before all the nastiness happened. Let's just say you bought over here. Next altcoin rally, you're still up like 5,600%, 5,600%. Awesome. This one, not as big of a move, but let's see. Well, I don't think we were supposed to have this crash. That crash was kind of COVID, so it kind of changes up stuff. But let's just say it anyway. You bought right there. You're still making 100%. I know it's not what you'd be hoping for, but you're still making a profit. Here, you buy right there. You're still making 700%. You buy right here. If you go up like 700% again, oosh, that's like $200,000. I don't know about that, but let's just say back up here 100%. That's going back 200%. That's like going up to $200,000 right there. Or no, $100,000. Excuse me, $100,000. That's reasonable. That's something you could expect on the next altcoin rally. And, just buying right there. Now, of course, if you buy right here and we get up to $100,000, then like 250%. Still okay. Altcoins are going to be doing a lot better during that time frame. But, just keep that in mind, guys. It's definitely the most boring time in crypto that I can remember. But it is what it is. Take our time with it. There'll be fun stuff to do when the market kind of turns around, and that's when we'll have fun and kind of making money. Because at that point in time, I'll be popping off buying opportunities for you guys. And something that I've been doing over the past few days is I've been working out a plan for when the market kind of turns back up again. Where is that? Okay. This is going to be very bright, so lower your screen brightnesses in like 5 seconds. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So these are some of the 24-hour YouTube streams that I want to do for you guys. Now, each YouTube channel that I own a few now, but I only use 2 of them right now. Each one will allow me to put up to 8 streams, I believe, at once. 8 streams, I think, is the maximum amount of streams I could put on one YouTube channel. And so what I'm hoping to do is on the first block that I do, because each stream costs me $50 a month, and I want to make sure they're at least making some type of money out of it. I'm going to be doing a Bitcoin 1-day chart, a Bitcoin 1-day and 4-hour chart, an Ethereum 1-day 4-hour chart, a Matic 4-hour and 15-minute chart. I'll probably have Fibonacci circles, Gann fan levels on it, and some other technicals on these charts. Maybe some trend lines provided by an algorithm. Who knows? But a Matic chart, an ADA chart, XRP. We already have the Doge and Bitcoin charts, and we have the Lunacy. I have a Lunacy chart as well right now as well, right? But then on the next block here, again, I'm gonna have Sheep 4-hour, 15 minutes, Mana, Dogelon, ApeCoin, Sand, AXS, Sushi, Theta, and on the third one over here, it's all gonna be like within a couple months. I put all these like a month to set up all this stuff, another month to set up all this stuff, and another month to set up all this stuff, because that's what 24. Hey Siri. Oh, let me not even deal with that. What did I say? 24 times 50. That's going to be running me about $1,200 a month for all those streams, right? So I'm going to slowly add those up on there. But my goal is each one will be self-sustaining. That's the hope for it. I don't really care if these ones make too much of a profit. Well, I hope they make a profit, but I'm not, as long as they make a profit, I'm fine, right? I want them to break even at least. But I'm hoping whenever the market really starts to pick back up, or maybe once we break back above the 200 EMA, the 200 weekly exponential moving average, which is this bad boy right here. Let's go to the daily chart. When we pop back above this after having the bear market, we tend to have a nice rally. Remember, after this one right here, whoosh, off we went. Over here, broke out above it, off we went. Broke back above it right here, off we went. And this one we actually had a little bit of a fake out, which is pretty interesting to see. But this was all the way back in 2015. I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. But in case it doesn't, it does, I'll still probably put some streams up here. But that's what I'm hoping to do for you guys here. Kind of once we start breaking back above that, however long it takes, I want to have a plan put in place where you guys are going to have any stream you guys want to. It'll have Fibonacci circles, Fibonacci retracements, Fibonacci extensions if I want to add those in there as well. Also be adding maybe Gann fan levels in there. I don't know how many Fibonacci related things I want to have on each chart, but also just basic trend lines. And then I want to have some type of patterns if there's a pattern showing up as well. One of the guys I know, he has an algorithm that I've showed you guys a few times, and his algorithm puts trend lines on the charts automatically. So if I could have that set for every single chart, I think that'd be amazing. I just have to figure out how can TradingView hold up with me using their platform for this many live streams at once. That's my concern. Maybe I'll have to pay for another premium TradingView account, maybe 2 of them, to make sure all these things run smoothly. There probably won't be any tickers because I don't really want to deal with the tickers. I'll probably just grow the size of the things up here, like the numbers. So like you see the numbers right here. Well, now if I go over here to appearance, maybe if I just make them up to 24, maybe you guys can see them just a little bit more clearly, and I think that'd be good enough for me. So I'm hoping for stuff like that, and maybe I can actually, have it like this, but in the sidebar I have some type of data, and maybe that'll be a little bit easier to see. We'll have to wait, because I'm gonna have to pay. Usually, I'll probably have to pay my sister until I find somebody to do it for me, to manage all that stuff for me by checking each stream once every week, once every 3-4 days, probably half a week, twice a week, right? Let's see right here. Let's go to 20 for now. I can put this one for 20. That way you guys can see a little better on this stream. But I'm excited for that. But I gotta get ready to be spending $1,200 a month on that type of stuff here. But I'm really excited for it. What's it here? Elon said he's working on phase 3 of his master plan before he announced Twitter. He's going to tie Doge into Starlink, Twitter, and Tesla. Him and Mark Cuban wouldn't be accepting Doge if not. I think that's a fair point. I think that's a real fair point. I think I trust Elon to really do something special with Dogecoin, which is the main reason I'm still holding it right now. And hey, Michael, yes, I don't understand when they make a big deal that something can accept Bitcoin for payment or Doge for payment or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like using unstable currencies for purchasing stuff, right? I still prefer the American dollar. At this point in my life, I still prefer the American dollar. Even like as far as trading currencies or moving currencies between different platforms, I don't even use the Ethereum network. I hate the Ethereum network because they charge a massive fee for no freaking reason. You know that? What I do is I just use the Tron. Tron network is lightning fast, and it only costs me $1 to transfer funds between wallets. You know how much easier that is than to have to deal with the Ethereum network? Tron is going to be the future, as far as I know, because Ethereum is just lagging behind that. But Ethereum has a name, has the brand name, so I'm just like, go for it. But from a practicality standpoint, I'm going to buy those coins that have that are useful to me because I can imagine other people saying, "Wow, this is better than Ethereum. Wow, this is better over here," right? And especially because Tron also has a cheaper market cap, which is one of my things. So, right, Tron market cap 7.5 billion, high, right, high, but Ethereum, 210 billion, right? I think that one's clear for me. Now, I'm still buying Ethereum, don't get me wrong, but from a practicality standpoint, I like Tron a lot. I like the ease of access and things like that. I don't like going through Ethereum. I hate it. I don't like paying gas fees. I hate it. I hope they can fix a lot of these problems with the new upgrade. But so far, it hasn't looked too promising to me so far. Maybe when they get it all up and running, but it seems like it's been very laggy and very slow process. Let's see. And hey, Jim Bob, thank you. I made 24%. Holy moly! No worries, man. Hope you spend the money wisely or you reinvest it for the long term. And hey, Slime, it charges you to stream. So YouTube does not charge me to stream. YouTube does not charge me to stream. They just take part of my earnings, like they do for everybody. I use a company called Obubble. Bubble. So I do Obubble, and it's dedicated servers on demand. I think it's a Canadian company. But if I go over here to servers, you know, I get the gold plan. There's a diamond plan, a sapphire plan, a platinum plan. So here's gold. $49.99 charged monthly. Stream at 1080 at 30 frames per second. 99% server uptime guaranteed. One server, no backup server included. Pictures, videos, and GIFs accepted as backgrounds. Windows pre-installed. Right, so I like it. I can go to the diamond plan if I want to do above that as far as streaming. I really haven't found the need to be paying $70 a month for a streaming platform. I think you guys can see just fine in 1080. But there's also 720 if I wanted to be cheap about it for $40. And then there's also platinum over here, which is 1080. Wait, what? 1080. What's the difference? Is this 1080 at 1 frame per second? I don't think that's correctly. $30 charged monthly. Coming back to, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not looking into it right now. But yeah, so I like for my other streams that I run for you guys, the Luna, the new Luna, the new Luna one that I have going on right now, and the Bitcoin one, those and Bitcoin Doge, those cost me money to run. I paid them out of pocket. I'm fine with it. They don't make me any money right now because they're not even on my main channel, which earns revenue. Over time, they will be. But, again, I just want to help you guys out, trade a little bit more. And I'm sure I'll find a way to monetize the stuff later on, right? It's a business, but I'm not... Making money at this point really isn't my priority. It's like over time, I hope this turns into something fantastic and grand. But if I have to put up some upfront money to make that happen, sure, right? I'm hoping to corner the entire streaming market on YouTube. Not like the talking point part. I'm not the entertaining type. You guys know that. I'm okay with 5 people watching or like 1,000 people watching. Any more than that, I get kind of uncomfortable. But as far as yeah, as far as like 24/7 streams that cover technical analysis for major stocks and currencies, I want to have the entire cryptocurrency 24/7 market kind of locked up. I have some competition, I know that, and I like the people that actually run those channels, so I'm not going to try to crush them or anything. But I am going to try to take some of their market share, and then and they'll mostly be up during the they'll be up specifically during the bull markets and possibly on the downward side as well. But as soon as they stop become profitable, I'll take them off for a few months and I'll put them back on. And when the bull market continues back up and stuff like that, and I think that'd be interesting. But I won't take them off unless they're not profitable. And all they have to do to be profitable is just make $50 a month. So that means, like, they just have to get like maybe 5,000, 10,000 views for the entire month. $10 RPM, so 10, 5, 50, maybe 3. Like 10 to 15,000 views a month. That's all they need to do to become profitable. I'd be perfectly happy with that. All right. So that's what I'm hoping to do for you guys over the next few, like maybe quarter or two, maybe by Q3 if things are picking back up. We're breaking back above the 200 exponential moving average, the 200 weekly exponential moving average, excuse me. That's when I'll probably put up about like 24 streams, probably a month apart because it does take a while to set up all those streams. And I want to negotiate some type of discount for me buying so many of those servers up. I'm hoping I can get a negotiated discount. I think they'd be happy with that one. And maybe I can put a little logo in there. I can put a little bit of a logo on one of my streams or something like that. Who knows? Hey Alexander, if we close and reopen the stream, ads play again and to help the channel make more money in ads, you guys don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I really do. If you guys really want to help out the channel and help me grow, since like you guys know over the past few weeks, YouTube's been banning a whole bunch of crypto channels by accident because of a glitch in their AI, kind of tracking spam, and then we all got put back on, of course, but it did hurt a lot of our channels. If you want to help my stream or my channel after this is all done, just go over to YouTube, type in I don't know, whatever. Like if you guys want to learn about GANFAN trading strategy, my video is on the third right here. You know, click on it and watch the whole thing. Or if you wanted to have a whole bunch of free Finviz scanners, right? My video is right here. You know, just watch the whole thing. Watching the whole thing is as crucial as it gets, though. I really implore you guys to watch the entire video. If you only watch half the video, it hurts. It actually hurts the chances of YouTube showing it to other people, which is kind of weird. But only do that if you actually want to learn about the topics. If you guys do, I'd really appreciate it, though. So, yeah. But that's for another time. Okay. And probably watch 95% of every stream you're live on. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm here to kind of guide you guys through these big moments in the market, because I think once you guys have a plan of what's going on, then you guys aren't so surprised about what, you know, you're not going to be so surprised by what the market actually does. That's why, you know, a few months ago, a couple months ago, probably now, I guess. Let's get rid of the EMA. Let's go to this one. It's the 20. Let's add this one back to the 50. Remember when I started telling you guys, hey guys, it was way back over here before I popped back above it because I was still bearish, thinking this was going to be more of an ascending triangle instead of the flag that it ended up being. Well, I was telling you guys, hey, you know, we're having a death cross here pretty soon. You can see it coming up in a few weeks. And I was like, you guys know what happens every time we have a death cross, right? And I kept on going back in time. Hey, look at this death cross. Whoa, that was really bad. Hey, look at this death cross. Whoa, that was really bad. Whoa, look at this death cross. That was really bad. So by showing you that stuff, I'm hoping that you guys can start to see some patterns that occur through each major cycle. And the last one I showed you guys was here. Here's the monthly moving averages, right? This is the monthly chart. Break down below the 20, bad. Break down below the 20 on this one, bad. Break down below the 20 on this one. Took some time, but ultimately bad. So I'm hoping by sharing this type of simple things with you guys, and then kind of giving tutorials about more advanced stuff like Fibonacci circles, Fibonacci retracements, Fibonacci extensions, fib squares, whatever it may be, you guys can kind of become better investors, but also just find the easiest way to make money, which is holding it for the long term, and also doing some swing trading in there as well. One of the cool things about this was the month where last month where we closed down below the 20-month moving average. I told you guys, hey, let's look at what happened last time, right? Well, COVID was something different. We'll talk about that. We had a wick that came up, and then we proceeded to fall like a rock. What did we have this time? We came up a little bit, had a nice little wick, and then we fell like a freaking rock. And now we're just heading back down towards the 50-month moving average here, or more, you know, commonly the 200 weekly moving average right here, right? So if you guys can kind of see this stuff coming, you're going to be much better off. And now that we're kind of already the downward side of where Bitcoin's going, now I can start showing you, well, look at this, guys. We're very close to where we need to be. You guys can start buying more if you want to, or you guys can just wait to see if we hit the 200 weekly moving average. That's fine. And then from there, then you just got to have the waiting game on, and you be patient and patient and patient. With the only caveat being, if we go into recession, there's an opportunity for us to break down well below the 200 weekly moving average, coming somewhere down around $16,000 or so, maybe $14,000. But that's only if Bitcoin looks really bad because of a global recession, because hyperinflation and really yada yada yada, really bad market conditions. The Fed fails completely, and then we're all kind of stuck in a really bad situation. That doesn't seem likely yet, so I'm kind of like not saying it's going to happen, but I'll have a plan just in case it does, because it'll be a first time. Because again, Bitcoin's never been in a recession, never, right? We had well, you could count COVID, but I'm talking about a real recession that's not like artificially engineered, so to speak, because the market came down, free money from the government, poof. I don't know if we have a recession this time if the government's going to want to give away free money. I could easily see politicians saying, oh, yeah, we don't want to spend as much money because spending money is what got us into this problem in the first place. They're going to have to pick up their bootstraps and get a job. I could easily see politicians saying that exact same type of thing, right? And from both aisles, not being able to compromise, not being able to do anything, gridlock. I can totally imagine that happening. Now, yeah, we're going to wait to see what happens there, of course. But those cycles are there for a reason. They're really fun to watch if you understand what's happening in the moment. And hey, William, you're the one and only one I watch. I appreciate it, William. You're the real deal realist. Appreciate it. And hey, Ken, we like the boring stuff. The boring stuff makes you money. That's why. The boring stuff is kind of like the historical stuff that the nerdy people look at, and then you can find the patterns within that, and you're really going to be hopeful that you can make some good money off of those situations. And hey, Robbie, am I shorting Ethereum? I sure am. I sure am shorting Ethereum. I sure am. Hey, Jim. Riddle, you were right. Oh, short term, but let's see. Everyone should be shorting Ether. Babyfish says right there, yeah. And hey, Christopher, is True the same as Tron? Let me check it out for you. I don't think so, but let me double check here. Nope, TrueFi? No. This is ranked 422, market cap of 44 million. TrueFi price, don't know exactly what it is. I would say check it out, though. I do not see this as being the same thing here. Let's take a quick peek. Make the most out of you. TrueFi brings collateral-free lending on chain, maximizing capital efficiency for borrowers and earning rates for lenders. I tend to not like these types of things too much because I'm always afraid they're going to run out of money or it's like a Ponzi scam. But $547 million locked, $27 million earned. That seems okay. Lending, loan funds, pool, funds, loan, request loan, withdrawal funds, borrower, rating committee approves for TrueFi. Okay, at least they ever get approved. Vote on loan, true stakers. That's kind of nice. Okay. It seems like they have a little more security, which is kind of nice as well. But no, this is not the same. Not the same at all. I like it though. There we go. All right. And hey, Puma, 9 weeks of red. We are due for a pop, I hope. I mean, you would be expecting that, but something has really been just dragging Bitcoin down. I wonder what Bitcoin would have been like if we didn't have the UST Luna catastrophe really dragging down the price of Bitcoin. Remember, guys, I don't know if I still have the information somewhere. It was, um, maybe I can find that wallet. There was a link that we were using for a few weeks here, but I don't know exactly what it was. Bazinga, TechCrunch, there it is. All of it's Bitcoin. We got to track it down, go by block by block. Which one was it? Was it this one? No, this one. It got moved around here. Oh shucks. They might have moved everything since they had Luna 2 or whatever it is, Luna C. I'm just gonna call it Luna C. I don't know why they changed the name to that. Luna Classic or whatever it's called. No, I don't. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here. It's not the same path as we had before. Oh, is this it? No. Where did they send this 42,000? That's where we need to go down. There we go. That's not it. Where'd they put this bad boy? This might be their new wallet here. No. They moved all the Luna around, it looks like, and I have no idea where the reserve wallet went now. But it looks like they probably don't have much Bitcoin left in it. Remember, they were using that Bitcoin to prop up UST. And UST is unfortunately down from $1 down to 0.032 cents. Definitely not what you're looking for here at this point in time to be buying down here. This thing looks like it's just going to be coming down more and more and more. I think people are trying to trade this for a quick buck, and by all means go for it. But I mean, geez, it's a huge risk. I mean, if you bought here, you could have made about 79% if you got lucky. But I mean, if you bought at support or something like that, you're down about 57% right now, just hoping it goes back up. It's almost like that binary options thing where if you get it right, you make money, but if you don't make it right, you lose a bunch of money. It's that simple. But the chances are you're most likely going to lose money. It'd be easy if only you could short this, but there's no way to short this on the exchanges right now. Back over to 5. There we go. But yeah, we don't have that big jolts of moving down right now. We'll see if it comes back up, though. Hopefully. It's easier just to rip the bandit off and just fall instead of just kind of teetering on the edge then fall. The only thing is, guys, remember, we still have an opportunity to get back above that 20-day moving average. It's slim, but whales have been known to do some trickery just to kind of bash on the shorts, aka me and a lot of other people, right? And hey, Mike, where's Secret Fish? I don't know. I talked to him yesterday, but he's a busy guy. The guy has, I don't know how much money the guy has, but he has at least hundreds of millions of dollars. He has a pretty busy life, I would imagine, so he can't be here all the time. But I haven't seen him in a minute. Not yesterday, I guess. But I have no idea where he is. And are you buying Shiba Inu again? I am not buying Shiba right now. I am not buying it right now. Maybe later on. When we hit the 200 weekly moving average, maybe I'll toss a couple $100 into it, but I want that market cap to fall even more for as far as Shiba is concerned. And hey, Papa, I can't believe I'm late. Hey, don't worry about it. What do you call it? YouTube does not like my channel. It does not recommend my channel as soon as I go live. Some people get those notifications, but not everybody. If you guys want to, just make sure that you subscribe, and when you hit the unsubscribe, then resubscribe, and then hit the bell icon. I think it kind of refreshes it. So if you guys want to do that right now, unsubscribe, resubscribe, then hit the bell icon. I think that fixes that problem in the short term. But I'm not entirely sure why YouTube doesn't notify you guys as much. What it tends to do is put me in suggested videos, like over on the side of another video. It kind of puts me over there. And if you guys go on the home screen, it'll pop it up there as well for you. But for the most part, it does not give you guys notifications, which is just absolutely wild. But I digress. I'm not a YouTube guru. There's a lot of YouTube gurus out there, but I don't know what the heck YouTube is doing. But overall, I like YouTube. It's a good platform, right? It lets me do what I want. And then I think starting next month as well, guys, I will be streaming on Facebook if I can figure out how to do that, and Twitch. And I'll have 3 platforms to stream on if you guys want to watch me on another platform. I prefer you guys watch me on YouTube, and I'm hoping I can increase the size of my audience by streaming to Facebook and by streaming to Twitch as well. I don't know how I've never streamed on Twitch or Facebook, so it's going to be a trial and error type of thing for sure. And hey, Tony, watching the Heat game, how's the Heat doing? I know Golden State won yesterday. I was rooting for them to win. I'm glad they're going to the finals, and I would enjoy watching the Heat go up against the Golden State Warriors. That'd be something to watch. But I have yet to watch an actual basketball game all postseason. Excuse me. I need to start doing that at least for the last series, right? And hey, William, you skipped all my rants about how I watched everything, but in a nutshell, was just curious to how in the Sam Helens you can have 60K subscribers and only 80 people watching you on live stream. YouTube doesn't notify my subscribers when I go live anymore. I think it's because some of the glitches. I told you guys about this over the past weeks. My channel has been hurt a lot because of these glitches that YouTube has against like my crypto channel. I'm living with it. Again, my sole desire is not really to make money off of YouTube. I am happy to make money. Do not get me wrong about that. But it's not really my sole goal. But for some reason, it just doesn't work that way. I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works. I have no idea how it works, but it doesn't seem to be good for crypto content or my content specifically. I'm going to live with that, but yeah, it can be kind of annoying. It can be definitely annoying. Because I always get complaints from people saying, hey, I subscribed, but I didn't get a notification for when your last video came out. I don't know. I don't know. But again, it is what it is. People have their own things. Oh, and YouTube has its own system. Oh, hey, Loki. No. Here, you can come over here. You can come over here. There you go. He wants to say hello. He wants butt scratches, but I'm working right now. Let me see right here. There you go. He's not climbing up like yesterday. He's been very, very good. Loki. 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 There he is. Yeah. Woo. I don't think he sees himself on the TV, on the screen. Oh, he's like, I'm out. I'll give you some head scratches. But yeah, I don't know what the YouTube algorithm does there. I'm not really sure at all. He's over here just getting his head rubbed in my lap right now. And hey, Monica, happy to see you. And hey, Slimy Jaime, what are my thoughts about Nvidia? Hey, Rumble, he's in the ocean. Rumble too. Oh, okay, there you go. I am going to try to stream to TikTok, but I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. I need to figure out how to have my phone set up. I have a phone stand right here for it, but I need to figure out a way to make it like look nicer. I don't like streaming from a phone. I don't like streaming in a vertical format. There's so like a chart is so much more than just like half of the screen, right? So I'm gonna have to figure out a way for me to stream on TikTok so they can see the entire thing. I'd prefer just to stream on TikTok in a vertical way, but sideways. So all they gotta do is flip the phone around, they can see what I'm looking at, and yeah, there you go. I shouldn't have called him up here now. He just wants to play. You can see he's already messing up my new shirt. See, I just got this shirt today. Just got this shirt today, and he's already gonna try to tear it up. But yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out a bunch of different ways to stream. I'm hoping to stream on every major platform, even Instagram, over the next few months. But I need to figure out the way to do that where it's easy and simple for me. I don't want to be spending like a half an hour setting everything up before the stream actually starts. I just want to be able to set up like 10, 15 minutes ahead of time. Excuse me. And say Slimy Hammy, one of my thoughts on Nvidia. As far as Nvidia, I like it in the short term for a little bit of a pop, but overall, I think it can still come down a little bit more. I think it can still come down a little bit more. Not too much because of the technicals here, in part technicals, but really because of the supply chain issues they're going to continue to face over the next quarter or two. After that, heading into 2023, I think Nvidia will be a strong buy in my opinion. But in the short term, it is going to be a little bit more of a day trading or short term swing trading play for me. But right now, or probably next week after Memorial Day, 3-day weekend here, I think it'd be good to start going in here and start trading some of these basic breakdowns that you're seeing on the chart. Unless we continue to break out next week for this little bit of a bear market rally, in which case you can be buying the breakouts. How far up can Apple get before it goes down again? All right, let's go up here very fast. I think I have a chart specifically going into Apple. I'm actually going to make a video about this tomorrow for the Diamond members, and I think Sapphire members as well. YouTube Diamond. Da, 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 da. Okay, so Apple's bouncing off some Fibonacci levels right now. Broke back above the Gann fan level right here, looking pretty nice. Let's go over here to the 15-minute chart on this specific one. Oh, this chart's not going to show me anything accurate. Never mind, as far as that Gann fan level. There we go. We stopped here for just a second for the most part, then kind of kept on breaking back up. Wasn't too much of a bad thing. What I'm looking at right now, we'll show you a couple different Apple charts here. Got back above both of these Gann fans here, which is nice to see. A nice bear market rally pretty much happening here in the NASDAQ. We've been talking about it for a while here. This one looks like we might have some resistance up here at 156 or so. So another 4 or 5%. I would say 5% on that side. If we're going back over here as well, we have another Gann fan level up here to be watchful for. We got two actually, depending on which way you're looking at either 2% or close to 4 or 5% as well. So kind of that 5% kind of emerging. This one, as far as the support levels, we tapped on support, we came back up. The 20-week moving average. Oh, was this really the 20-week moving average? Let me double check this. No, it's the daily. Aha, okay. I was like, there you go. That's the 20-week moving average. All right. we have an opportunity also to close back above the 20-day moving average. We did actually close above the 20-day moving average today. That's a nice move. Coming back up towards 159 or so on this chart, about 6%. I would say probably another 5% up. So that'd be pretty good if you're looking to do some options here. This is still the 20. Why is this like this? Did I set it for that? I want it to be chart. There you go. This one we didn't break down yet. I think whenever Apple decides to break back down, I think we'll have another support level all the way down here at 127, 128 or so. But for now, I can see it's going up another 5-6% pop, and then from there, probably best to be opening up some puts unless the market really decides to have a really strong rally. Maybe we found a short-term bottom. Remember, a lot of times we bounce up for like about a month or two before coming back down pretty hard. This could just be the start of that bounce, but we haven't really run into that 200 weekly moving average just yet, as far as the NASDAQ. So I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to perform over the next few weeks here. But as far as support levels, I think we'll find the next big level of support. We can have a larger move up, a more aggressive move up, I would say. Probably going to be down here when things get really nasty around the 120s, maybe 130s. And that's where I think that's where the capitulation everybody on CNBC keeps on talking about. I think it'll happen somewhere around here. Again, unless for whatever reason things start to look really bad in the market and people aren't spending any money whatsoever and inflation continues to get worse because of supply chain issues and not so much on the demand side of the equation when it comes to the economy. Because remember, Apple's going to have a death cross here in the next 2-3 weeks. So when that happens, let me see if I can find something else. YouTube breakouts. Okay. Microsoft already had its death cross. Netflix already had its death cross a while ago, and look what happened there. Tesla about to have its death cross. Nvidia had its death cross here. So I think short term, yeah, you can have some nice little pumps here. Avgo about to have a death cross here in a few weeks. Home Depot just had its death cross. Lowe's just having its death cross. Facebook having its second death cross, first death cross. Oh, geez. Second death cross. We'll see how bad that really gets. Intel, death crosses, both of them coming down here and here. MU, death cross, didn't mean too much. Micron Technology staying strong. That's actually nice to see. So not everything that actually matters. You want to go back in history and check it all a bit. Death cross here didn't have too much of an effect. AMD looks like it could still stay strong here. Optimistic. Bank of America, looking to have a death cross here. Last death cross was off of a pretty nasty move, but that was back in 2020, so that's fine. Should be coming downhill a bit more, though. JP Morgan, death cross a while ago. Visa, death cross a while ago. Macy's, about to have a death cross. That's more retail. That's more inflation-based, right? MasterCard, already had death cross. Didn't do anything to the stock. Nothing. Chevron, oil. I'm still holding my oil stocks. Even here with the OXY, we talked about this one for a while here. I don't know. Somebody asked me about OXY, and I was just like, it's something you just want to hold and just wait. It'll eventually pop up. And boy, oh boy, did this thing pop up. So that's what we're really excited about right now. Still going up even higher here. There was a few other ones here. Devon Energy still going up here. Energy is where I told you. I haven't talked about energy, I don't think, in like a month now because I was just like, I'm buying and I'm holding. And because I scaled some out and that was pretty much it. And look at it, still going up. PNC Financial Services, not oil, of course. But, death cross over here definitely came down quite a bit. Looking to break back above its 50. That'd be kind of interesting to see right there. But overall, guys, the market's still not in good shape. PM is doing okay, and LHX is doing fine, right? But the majority of stuff in the market right now is not so hot. Oil, energy definitely going up. We talked about this for a while, though. I told you, I've been making videos for the past few weeks now. Gas is going to get more expensive. And everybody needs gas in order to get where they need to go, right? If you want gas, if you want to take your kid to school, have to have gas. If you want to go grocery shopping, you have to have gas. If you want to go to the park, you have to have gas for most people, right? Unless you have a Tesla or something fancy, right? And if they have to put all that money in gas, they're not going to be spending money at Target buying the newest shirt, designer line, whatever. They're not going to be doing that stuff. They're going to be putting all that money towards gas. And remember, oh geez, what was the destination I did? Hold on a second here. Let's see. to see. Oh, let me see this here. Let's see. Okay, so according to this, if I want to go from where I live, Tacoma to Seattle, it's going to cost me $12 to go there and back. Okay. Well, if I'm doing that 20 times a month, because I'm 5 times, so that'd be 20. Let's just even it down at 12.50. That's $250 right there. That's just for work. That's not for grocery shopping, anything else, not at all. And then on top of that, let's say that the cost goes up. Where we at $5 right now. If it goes up just like another 25%, something like that. So like this goes up to like maybe $15. That goes up to $300, and then you got to add in all the driving your kids to school, driving to the park, all the driving you normally do. You got to add that on, and realistically, that bill could get up to about like $500-$600 a month. And if you only are making like $1,500 to $2,000 a month, what excess money do you even have at that point, right? When gas got expensive in 2008, when I was really young and I was really poor, well, guess what? There were days I couldn't afford to go to school because I went to private school, which was a half an hour away from where I lived, right? I used to hold on a second here. No, I won't show you. But yeah, basically half an hour drive each day, blah 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 blah. That costs a lot of money. And so what did we spend our money on? Just gas and food. That's all you can spend the money on. Gas and food. And if we had any spare change, a new pencil or something like that. But usually I could pawn a pencil off of a friend at that point. But once the gas prices went down, guess what? My mom was a lot more flush with cash. She could use it a little bit better. I could get new clothes and stuff like that. But gas prices on a, I don't know, I guess I would say poverty. I was in poverty, I guess you'd say, back when I was younger. It makes a huge difference. And then, instead of buying a name brand salami meat or something like that, I'd be stuck buying Bar S, which made me puke. And I do not joke about that. Bar S is the worst meat I have ever tasted in my life. Right? I told you guys this morning I bought about $300 worth of groceries for my mother. I did. Well, when they gave me the wrong order, the lady dropped off Bar S bacon and Bar S lunch sandwich meat. And I was, Mom, doesn't that remind you when we were poor and you had to buy Bar S? And she's like, yeah. She was laughing about it, but I was like, see, I remember. And so that we have a bad relationship with Bar S, but if you need money and you can only afford a meat-like product, Bar S is what you guys are going to be going after, right? What's right here? And hey, Steel Cyclone. Hey, Mike, just tuning in, so not sure if you mentioned it at all. But are you going to try to get into Luna 2.0 at launch in a few hours? Maybe, I guess. I would probably just wait for it to die down or something. I don't know, because it keeps on seeming like there's a bunch of different... What the hell's wrong with you? What's the matter? He heard a noise upstairs, and now he wants to go check it out. But what do you call it? You're okay. He really wants to go play right now. I'm like, dude, no. They keep on changing Luna. Like, first it was Luna, and then all of a sudden they had this Luna C. I hate saying Luna C, but it's like Luna C, right? And with the Luna C, it was like here. This Terra Classic on CoinMarketCap airdrop today, right? This is already on KuCoin right now, and I bought some. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I don't know. I have no idea what the new thing is gonna be here. I have no idea. But maybe I'll buy some. I have no. It's kind of all a YOLO for me if I'm hopping into anything related to Luna at this point. I think of it as a huge gamble, and if the gamble works out, I'll make some money. But I'm not looking to throw in thousands of dollars into this unless I really have thousands of dollars to spare, which I'm not, because I'm spending it on like STMX, Doge, on FTM, Link, Mana, Sand, a lot of metaverse coins right now, right? So taking it easy, bit by bit by bit, but a little bit here and there. I'll have some fun with it probably, but I'm not going to be like putting the whole mortgage on it, so to speak. And hey, Doctor Victor, is Pi a scam? No, it's not a scam, but they need to hurry up and fix their system so they can actually like make a coin. So basically, it's there's a way for you to get like it's not worth anything at this moment in time. If you decide to go along with the project and push that button every single day, you got to be hoping. You got to be hoping that they really do make a coin and they can put it out in the market, and that'd be fantastic. My thing about it is I have no idea how they're going to do that. They have to have some type of an investment strategy in there. I have not been keeping up with it. It's not a scam. It's just at the same time your coins are technically worthless until they're not worthless, and you're going to be relying on them to make your coins not worthless, of all things, right? Um, what's right there? Oh, and hey, Slime, The Northman. Mike, you need to watch. I do need to watch that movie. I'm waiting to watch that movie. I'm waiting for it to come on a streaming service so I can hurry up and watch it. I haven't been to the movie theater in forever. Maybe I can buy it on some type of streaming platform if they let me. Earlier today, I saw that Obi-Wan Kenobi's on Disney Plus. Me and my mom and sister are going to be watching it around like 10 o'clock tonight or something like that. So that'd be really fun. I heard it. I heard it was so. I heard it was Obi-Wan was good, but I heard like there's like they have the kid Leia and Luke in it, like the kids, and I guess Leia is kind of an annoying little brat, which I don't like annoying little brats, but we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully, she's a good character, good actress. I think she's probably a good actress. It's probably poorly written, but we'll see. Um, just paid $6.69 per gallon of diesel, $245 to fill up. Oh, yowza coin, that is expensive. Central California, that's why. That that's why right there. And hey Michael, nope. Oh yeah, I was talking about it. Yeah, watching in a couple hours. You're watching in a couple hours. And hey, so Cyclone, Luna C is the old coin is probably dead. Luna 2.0 is supposed to launch in a few hours. Oh, then I would expect people to buy into that one and see how that one goes. I could see that. I could see that having a nice little pump. It would probably be a short-term pump, so you guys got to be very careful about where you guys end up putting your money in that one, though. But yeah, I always think when it comes to Luna, it's more of a gamble, but you could take the opportunity to buy some of it if you wanted to. It's a YOLO. It's a YOLO play if you're buying into Luna. That's what I would say. That's what I would say there. And hey, Courtney, I hit the pie button every day. Why not? And there you go, right? Because if it ever turns into something, you should have some money after that. I'm hoping they can. I don't know what their opening price for pie will be, but if they ever get onto a major exchange, I'd be happy to be able to move some of my coins over there and start seeing. Because I have. Let me check out my pie account. Uh, I have no idea where my pie button is. I just rearranged my whole iPhone. Let me just type in pie. There it is. Oh, no, I don't have it. There it is. I have 10,667 pie coins. I'll tap in mine right now. Um, but I don't know what it's going to be worth in a year or 2 years. I don't know. I'm just going to be keeping it for a long term buy. There we go. And Bitcoin's having a little bit of a pop on a seconds chart only there. There is a wall up here. Somebody does not want us to keep on going up, but it looks like somebody's continuing to buy. So as long as there's a buyer in this market, it should be nice to see it. There we go. And hey, Slime, I watched Fire Stick. Obi-Wan was amazing. Oh, there you go. So I'm glad. I'm glad Obi-Wan was amazing for you. I'm gonna be excited to watching it. Get some popcorn. I think I'm gonna make some kettle corn. Be nice. Yeah, what you doing? What you doing? Yeah, yeah. He's not happy with me. He's like, hurry up. There you go. And hey, Discount Killer, I'm hearing good things about the new Top Gun movie. I've heard a lot of new things about that Top Gun movie. I'm hoping it. I'm hoping it. I can get a chance to watch that one as well. I'm just always waiting for it to hit the streaming services. That's all I'm waiting for is for these movies just to hit the streaming sites, and then I can watch them. Mostly because I could always bootleg any one of these movies if I really wanted to. But now that I have like a nicer surround sound system, like thousands of dollars, I really do want to hear all the cool little stuff that the movies make. They're really, really nice. They spend a lot of money on sound these days. And any crypto beehive, I keep hearing that 95% of coins will disappear this crypto winter. Do you have any pointers on how we can research coins we invest in to stick around? And yeah, hey Aaron, hope you're having a great Friday night. I am. Thank you very much for asking. What are you doing, boy? Oh, you want to play fetch? Okay, hold on. Let me throw a ring for my dog. Little toy ring right here. All right. So what I normally do to find coins that I want to be holding on for the long term during a bear market and things of that nature, what I do is I go over to coinmarketcap.com. Let me get out of the dominant section for a second. You want to go to the first page. You want to sign up and log into an account. You can just make an account for free on this one. From there, you're going to come down a little bit more. Let me zoom in a tad for you very fast. Okay, 200% should do the trick. Then from here, you're going to see this little filter button. You're going to click on that, plus one more filter. You're going to go to market cap. I like to go for stuff that's under 500 million. You can go to under 1 billion. Both are acceptable. You can even go under 5 billion if you really want to. Those are even more safe coins, but you're not going to have the parabolic returns, right? So what I do is I go under 500 million, right? I hit apply filter. Then I go to price. And then normally I'm looking for stuff under a penny, because when I think about what people are going to be wanting to buy in the future, excuse me, I think of coins that people think like, hey, if I buy this really cheap coin because it's under a penny, it must be cheap. They have no understanding of how market cap works. So if they have no understanding how market cap works, then they assume if they just buy enough of the coin, it could really reach that price. Like people wanted SHIB to hit a penny. People wanted Dogecoin to hit $1. They're, in some ways, they're realistic, but in other ways, like they're so far-fetched that, it's going to be really easy for some dude on social media to convince somebody to put $50,000 in a Dogecoin just because, hey, if it hits $1, you made a bunch of money. It happens every single time. If only it hits $1, if only it hits a penny, if only it hits 10 cents. It's usually one of those few prices right there. All right. So what I do is 0.01. You can go under $1 if you want to. That opens up more opportunities. I would say it's okay to go. You can, instead of doing a penny, you can just do $1, right? So for now, actually, let's just do $1. We haven't done that one before. Normally, I just do under a penny. So let's go under $1 here. Show results, and you'll see all these coins that are under $1, below $500 million market cap. See, it starts at $489 million market cap, and then you can see the chart for the last 7 days. You can see year to date, this coin is down 76%, down 85%, down 85, 65, 80. Stable coin doesn't really do anything. Down 63, down 96. Oh, that's Terra. Yeah. 69, 64, 58, 72, 72, 57, 86. So you can see a lot of coins are down a lot since the year to date start, right? Then what you're going to be doing over here is start looking through the names, see which ones if you heard about them before, what do you think about them? And then you're going to be going down here, and if you see something that piques your interest, like Oasis Network, it's 6 cents, ticker is ROSE, it's down about 86% year to date, $300 million market cap, even though it's down 86%. So this one should be an okay survivor because it has a decent market cap here, as long as it doesn't go down like another 40, 50% from where it is now. Even then it might survive. I open it up, new tab. I will, check it out on TradingView, on this chart right here if I really want to, make it full screen if I did. And you can see how just, it has a history of having these big peaks, coming back down to other lows. Then the next cycle around, it has a big peak again. Maybe it does something similar. Maybe let's say I like this chart. I'm kind of iffy on this chart, but let's say I like it. Then what I do is I go over here. I go over to the website, and I try to look for the white paper and see what they're actually trying to work on, right? I can go over to developers. That's a different type of developer thing. But I can see what they're trying to do. And then what I could also be looking at is I could go over and join their YouTube channel. What do they have on YouTube, right? They haven't been posting too much on YouTube, I don't think, but that's okay. 5,000 subscribers, it's very hard to grow on YouTube. Maybe their Discord is a little bit better, or the Twitter account is better. 161,000 followers, that's a pretty good size of a following, right? They just posted 11 hours ago, and they have 96 likes. It's not a lot, but they still have an active community, and that's something you want to see, right? You got to be aware of some bots here, but overall, it seems like they're fine. No comments, though. Not really many comments on this at all. You guys are just doing AMA, nothing to show for it. Uh-oh, that's a red flag. Exactly, pointless AMA. After Meta Genesis, the Oasis is headed. Oasis don't get back in anger. I don't know. But it seems like people are kind of salty about this right now. So maybe that's a little bit of a red flag. Or maybe it's just because we're in a nasty bear market. Who knows? But you want to take those things into account. And then from there, go dive into the Discord. Or a lot of people have Telegram. Telegram is usually a big one. If community... Yeah, Telegram right here. Open in web. and then kind of read around, see what people say. You don't have to talk to people. I don't usually talk in telegrams. I just kind of observe and see what people are saying, right? I just kind of observe bit by bit by bit and see what they're saying. People ask questions, all that type of stuff. And then if you feel like you want to invest a little bit of money, just toss like 20 bucks into it. It doesn't take much to make a lot in crypto. Toss 20 bucks, toss 100 bucks, however much you feel, but you got to be very, very careful to not invest too much money in each particular play. I like to have a scattershot approach to it, higher quality scattershot approach. I'm not going to be aiming for pure shit coins, but I do want to get the most bang for my buck. So I'm hoping if just one of these coins takes off, it will have made me money for all the coins I invested in plus some. Right? That's what you're really hoping for in those situations. But you can kind of mess around with those filters if you want to. But the lower the market cap, and if it explodes, you're going to be making much more money. And hey, Aaron, my fiance and I have a monthly theater subscription, $20 a month, unlimited movies. So we just see a movie every 2 weeks as a date night. Top Gun is the next on the list to see. That is fantastic. I wish AMC had something like that. Or the movie theater that I normally go to. The movie theater I normally go to, though, I haven't been to it in a while since before COVID. It's on the waterfront. It's literally on top of the water. It's a really nice one. But I have not been to it in ages. I normally go to that one, and it kind of my friend's dad owns a smaller movie theater. He's part owner of a smaller movie theater called The Grand in Tacoma. It is like the wackiest stuff imaginable there. I like it because they play old movies, so you can see new movies there if you want to. But like it was months ago now. But the last movie I saw there was Alien, like the original Alien movie with Sigourney Weaver. Freaking to see that back in a movie theater, you know how awesome that is. Stuff like that, which is pretty nice. It's called Weird Elephant Night or something like that. Like there's apartments and then there's a movie theater here. The Grand Cinema. There we go. Website. It's a small little movie theater. Uh, the Race to Alaska post film discussion. So like we watch like a small movie, and then we can talk to the directors about the movie. It's a really nice time. They have Top Gun, Downton Abbey, Men, Hold Your Fire, whatever. But they also have like some really cool stuff that like it's also nice to watch. I don't know how to explain it, but they got little quirky movies. Watch the original Alien. If you guys have like old school movies you guys like, they play those types of movies. They're all escaping me right now, but they play them. And Halo West Country, Dogecoin copycat coins and Shiba Inu majority coins die even safer. Well, yeah, because they weren't planning on doing anything. They were just there to make a quick buck, and they may survive this bear market, but in the reality, they're just there to make a quick buck. That's what they're there for, right? It's fine. People made money off it. I made money off of sheep. I was happy to make money. I just sold, and I took my profits and walked away. Some people got stuck holding longer than they probably should have been, but then, that's a lesson that they need to learn over the long term. It's just a lesson they need to learn. What are you doing? He has my slipper now. He really wants to play. And hey, Ken, do I think Bitcoin survive? Yeah, it's my long-term holding list. If you guys don't want to hold Bitcoin anymore, you can definitely sell it. That is definitely A-okay. That is definitely A-okay. But I think it will survive personally. But it's my long-term hold, though, so it's kind of like it's in the wave moment, I guess you would say, with the dip, the crash. Do I think Gala coin is a good play since it is an NFT? Yes, I have some Gala. I like the way it pumped up a few months ago. I'm hoping it can have something similar during the next go-around, but I'm not expecting anything fantastic from it until the next altcoin season, to be frank. It'll go up probably as the bull market kind of starts off here after we get this little bit of a bear market conditions. But overall, I expect good things from Gala. I have a $400 investment in it, so not crazy, but decent. And let's see. And hey, Christopher, thoughts on Harmony One? I have looked at one in a long time. Broke down there and never came back. Yeah, geez. Let's go to the weekly. Well, it's breaking down below its Fibonacci level right now. So if Bitcoin really does go back down towards its 200 weekly moving average, you'll see Harmony One tapping back down towards its next Fibonacci level. So that means it could drop down another 50% or so, which kind of makes sense if Bitcoin's dropping about 25% down. you're probably going to see this drop at least double that. A lot of coins drop off way more than Bitcoin does. For example, well, actually, right now everything's kind of stabilized since Bitcoin's not doing anything right now. But usually it falls. Altcoins fall a lot harder than Bitcoin, but they also rise a lot more than Bitcoin as well, right? You okay, buddy? He's trying to put his shoe on my shoulder so I can play with him. Don't worry. But yeah, this one could definitely be coming back down here towards 0.021 ish or so. And Bitcoin finds support around the 200. This might be as low as it gets. Maybe with the work that comes down, maybe down below 0.02. But this would be a good buying zone down here, especially if Bitcoin does come back down to that $20,000 level. And then from there, you can be hoping that it can kind of curl back up here. All these moving averages are just so out of whack. Just too sharp. Yeah, there we go. Just had a death cross here, still coming down on the daily charts here. Not even close to having a golden cross on this one. Not even close to having any type of bullish signals on this, unfortunately. But yeah, it definitely looks like it wants to come down even more here. Hopefully, after a while, you'll find some good support about 50% down from what it is now. How did this work out in the past? I just want to check this out. There you go here. It tapped it. No, it didn't work out too much at all. Yeah. This one just kind of rose. How about this one? Hit one, hit the second. That's not bad. Okay, that one was a little more accurate. Okay, but yeah, this one can definitely come down a lot more. I mean, a lot more. There we go. All right. And hey, you're watching. How much Shiro you got, Mike? I don't think I have any Shiro right now. I don't even know what Shiro is. Let me see what Shiro is very fast. Let me copy it, go over to CoinMarketCap. I don't know if I actually have this. I might have bought it on a spree, but did I? Rank 820, market cap of 8 million. I do not have any of this right now. It's down 22% today. This thing looks like it's crashing. Let me see. Market cap all over the place, 12 million, 8 million. I don't know. I would have to look at the. You can't see him, but he has my Nike slipper in his mouth, just chilling on it. Yeah. What's poor left of a Nike sneaker? Look at this. Look at the holes on it. Look at the holes. It's done. You want it? There you go. But yeah, another slipper bites the dust, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, if I wanted to take a YOLO play on this, I think it'd be fine. It does look like it's kind of iffy at this point in time. I don't know if it's going to survive if Bitcoin takes another big dump down, though. This might go down to like a $4 million market cap, and then maybe from there, if they have a good social media presence, they can try to pump it back up. I don't. Let me check out the community. Let's go to Twitter. They have 40,000 subscribers, followers. That's okay. Shiro is a new NFT trading card game being developed to revolutionize the trading game industry. Telegram. I like the concept. I like that it's in the metaverse. Oh, it's not metaverse, it's a trading card game. Maybe that make it a little bit easier. Usually, if you can find a good die-hard fan base, that might be able to help it out. But right now, I'd probably just invest like maybe $100 into this max, maybe just $50 into it, and hope that. But I would be investing in it when Bitcoin's at like the 200 weekly moving average. That's when I'd be more confident to be buying in that one. All right. And hey, Courtney, yes, I am still buying STMX at this point in time. The market cap is still acceptable to me. It's still coming down a nice amount. It's just been coming down more than everything else, and that gives me good opportunities to buy it in the long term. But the reason I like STMX is because I think it's going to be a good opportunity. I see it. I see a potential for it to be on Robinhood in the future. And what are you doing down there, doggo? And then I see opportunity. I've liked the fact that over the past few months or a year now, that STMX has some really great pops. And I've been thinking that whales have been buying quite a bit of it, and I'm hoping that they're going to try to pump it up in the future. So they're kind of gathering up now, and then over the next couple of years, whenever the next altcoin season happens, they're going to pump STMX up a lot. And I'm hoping to make at least a couple 1,000% returns on that particular investment. But yes, I'm still loading up on it. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. You're watching. Happy to, hey Ryan, happy to help you out, man. All right. But okay, everybody, I'm gonna call it a night. I have to go get some sleep here and go. Well, not sleep. I gotta go get my mom and sister ready to go watch Obi-Wan Kenobi because we've been waiting to watch that. They put up 2 episodes, so we're gonna watch both episodes tonight, which is gonna be pretty nice. I'll see you guys Monday at 6 p.m. for sure. Depending on what happens on tomorrow, if we start tanking tomorrow, I will go on live with you guys, whether it's the morning, afternoon, or at night. I'll be on live if the market is tanking. Otherwise, I'll take the day off to work on some YouTube work. And remember, guys, if you guys want to help out the channel after this, go over to YouTube, type in GAN Fan Trading Strategy. I have a video right here if you want to watch it to help out the channel. Tutorial on GAN Fan Trading Strategy, and just watch the entire video if you guys want to learn more about it. It helps out the entire video, guys. Like if you guys want to watch the whole thing. But okay, everybody, I gotta go deal with this this guy with my sandal. Yeah, I I will see you guys tomorrow, most likely if Bitcoin does crash. Thanks, everybody.